your next vehicle, and to offering oil changes, safety inspections, brake work, shocks, axles, and CV joints in their service center. Francis Brothers Used Cars, 134 North Main Street in downtown Boiling Springs. See them for your next automotive buy or service. The Lincoln Country Club has been challenging golfers since 1946 with tree-lined fairways, ponds, creeks, and sand bunkers. Select from 4 sets of tees to play from. Give them a call at 704-735-1382. Again, 704-735-1382. The Lincoln Country Club, 2052 Country Club Road in Lincoln. Visit their website at golflcc.com.
For 55 years, Carolina Federal Credit Union in Cherryville has been serving our community for our financial needs, and they continue to do so today. With checking accounts with no minimum balance, competitive saving yields including money markets and certificates of deposit, also low interest loans, financial education resources, and more. Find out more. Visit the website at carolinafcu.org. Carolina Federal Credit Union, 1200 East Church Street in Cherryville, a staple of our community for 55 years.
Get ready to celebrate 100 years of tradition, family fun, and unforgettable memories at the Cleveland County Fair in Shelby, North Carolina, presented by Albemarle. From thrilling rides and exciting games to delicious food and live entertainment, there's something for everyone. Join us from September 26th to October 6th for this historic event at North Carolina's largest county fair. Grab your tickets today at clevelandcountyfair.com, and let's make this a celebration to remember.
There, isn't it?
Well, that
there it is.
Well, that's not how it's supposed to be. I'm just gonna put it that way. I do know the folks online can hear us as long as they got us in the radio area. We're gonna go with what we got for now, and we'll hit our buttons the right way here in just a little bit. But good morning, everybody. I'm Kevin Hastings, along with Terry Reinhart and Tom Cinefani, live here Saturday morning Shock Jock Sports Talk Show. Thanks for tuning in. We do a little college football or college sports, NFL. Major League Baseball, NBA, NASCAR, a little golf, and more. High school sports here in North Carolina. Well, thanks for tuning in. Breakfast brought to you by McDonald's of Cherryville. Is where we're located, our studios. I had an egg and cheese biscuit. Terry, what'd you have today?
Oh, I had a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. It was fantastic. Thank you, Calvin, for going to get.
And Tommy?
I had a bacon, egg, and cheese McMuffin. I'm still okay.
You're
There we
on.
go. We got
There-
our bacon,
darn.
Your
What'd you
earbud.
do that for?
bacon,
Well,
egg,
he
and
was
cheese.
on. Me and Terry couldn't hear him, so we
Bacon,
were
egg,
going
and
to do
cheese.
good. The folks at home would have had to deal with him, though, still, no matter what.
Bacon, egg, and cheese McMuffin, coffee, and a hash brown. Thank you, Calvin, for picking that up. Appreciate that.
All right, well, good morning, everybody. We had a big night of high school football last night. In our power poll, in our top 11, we had 8 teams matched up against each other last night, and so we had a big night with that. We're gonna have a new number one today. We'll talk about that in just a little bit as well. But first, we're gonna let Tom and Terry handle some scores for you guys as soon as I get those.
We're a man now. Congratulations, Chip Carpenter, on the birth of your child.
Well, I don't know who Chip Carpenter is, but I'm going to congratulate
Chip Carter.
Chip on the birth of
Chip Carter. Sorry,
on the birth
I said
of
Carpenter.
his
I'm sorry, Chip Carter. Sorry about that.
Hold on one second. So I'm gonna let you guys get these scores in for a second, and I'm gonna go do something real quick. All right, so I'll let you guys go ahead there.
Let's do it like this.
Why don't you do the first 3, the left and the middle, and then I'll do the bottom and the right.
Okay, that's
Okay.
what we'll do.
Yeah. Okay.
All righty. Scores from last night. It was Crest defeating Ashbrook 29-12. It was North Lincoln over Statesville 39-14. Very impressed with North Lincoln right now. I thought Statesville maybe would give them a game, but North
It's 2
Lincoln,
unbeatens, wasn't it?
yes, it was.
Yeah, yeah.
And North Lincoln played very well and just pretty much trounced Statesville. It was Kings Mountain 39, Hunter Huss 13. Hickory, no trouble with East Lincoln 42-21. Can they be going again for another title, Tom?
I'll tell you what, they look pretty good. And that's a pretty good East Lincoln Mustangs team. Came in undefeated, did it not, Terry?
Yes,
That
it
was
is.
I thought Spoon Insurance pregame show, and that's what they're talking about. The North Lincoln Statesville and the Hickory East Lincoln, all unbeatens coming
Yes.
in. So
Yeah,
in that
big-
same conference.
Big win for Hickory. Hickory, that's win number 20 in a row for them. It was Forest View 14, North Gaston 7, South Point 44, Stuart Kramer 7. South Point's dominated that series over the years.
Stewart's never won. I don't
You
think
got
they,
it.
yeah, they've never won.
It was St. Stephen's 56, West Iredale 40, Watauga 47, North Davison 21. Watauga, a very impressive team at the start of the year this year. Asheville Irvin 55, Inca 14, Oak Grove 34, High Brighton 3. It was AC Reynolds 56, North Buncombe 6. It was North Iredale 23, Fred T. Ford 16. Fred T. Ford 38 straight losses
But
in a row.
They had a lead in
they
that
had a
game.
chance,
Yeah,
yes.
they had a chance in that game. So hopefully next week the Tigers are able to break that streak.
That's true. It was Hendersonville 19, RS Central 14. West Lincoln loses to Bandy 17-15. Bunker Hill 32, Lincoln 14. It was Brevard 24, East Rutherford 21. It was Newton Conover 35, West Caldwell 7. And East Burke loses to Maiden 43-6.
That's another tough loss for Philip Russ and his bunch. They've lost the last 2 games by 4 points.
Yeah, and you think about that. 1 week they're trying to score all the points you can, but you play Brevard over the years, and that was one team that I did take. And sorry, Russ, but I did take Brevard to beat you, and that somehow I got lucky and won. You go.
I just hate it. Philip Russ, a great guy, and he's done.
Yeah, I like it. The big
He's
guy.
done a really good job with that program over there, and a lot of community outreach and other things that he's done.
Great job, Phil. I'm not betting on you. I'm messing with Terry.
You're a great guy, Phil. I took the other team. All right.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Freedom over Chase 63-13, and I feel for my buddy Chris Cogdell. He's really having a hard time, and I know that he lost a couple of very talented players to Crest, and that's hard to overcome. It's hard to overcome.
I think the loss last night was more than 63 points. That's a lot of points given up.
Yeah, I just feel for them. So hopefully they'll be able to right their ship. East Rutherford coming next week, so that's going to be the game of the week on Waggy. So tune into that, and then we have no score on Mitchell and Madison. They decided not to play. I guess we have an X there.
I have no idea.
North Surrey and Wilkes Central. It's North Surrey 47, Wilkes Central 21. Surrey Central 48, North Wilkes 13. Moorhead 27-0 over McMichael, and West Wilkes 20-16. They defeat Forbush. It was the Shelby Golden Lions over Cherryville 70-0. Bessemer City defeats Thomas Jefferson 56-7. I thought the 1A might be a little bit more competitive in that conference, but it looks like Bessemer City's emerging as the number 1A team in that conference. Burns over Highland Tech 56-8. Pine Lake defeats Mountain Island 30-28. The Community School of Davidson over Bishop McGinnis 42-7, and Drone defeats Owen 28-3. It was Union County over Trinity 14-7. Mount Airy defeats North Stokes 55-0. Christ the King defeats Carver 29-12. Corvian Community defeats Winston-Salem Prep 61-12. Avery over Rosamond 50-0, and Elkin defeats South Stokes 28-13. Terry?
That's right. That's all of them, Tom. That's mine and
That
your
is.
bracket.
I thought you might have some insight or
No, I mean I can throw insight on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, not a whole lot, but I think that like I said, the 1A in the Burns conference there, Bessemer City, everybody's been talking. They're an improved team. Didn't they beat North Caston this year? I think they did.
Yes.
They beat a 3A school. So Bessemer City might be on the rise here, and they've got a pretty good little run going here. So big time over Thomas Jefferson. Like I said, I thought that would be more competitive.
And Jefferson's pretty down, Tom.
I just thought, because when you've got Highland, who's improved. Now,
Well, I don't want to say anything. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to say anything than Bessemer turn around and y'all beat them 56-8. So.
Well, Highland actually had a few boys that looked like they could play a little football.
Terry, did you hear Shelby's quarterback's line last night?
No, I did not.
He was 6 of 7.
6 out of 7. Oh well.
314 yards.
His wide receivers had a hard time getting open.
Why didn't you pass for 350? I threw an incompletion.
That's right.
That's a little.
That's four touchdowns.
That's called.
Terry, 6 of 7, 4 touchdowns, 312 yards.
That's what I said.
That's
His wide
called.
receivers had a hard time.
That's called. No, that's called rack.
No, wait.
Run after catch.
Why didn't you get 350? The receiver dropped one.
Yeah.
What if they did, Terry? Wouldn't you be mad?
Yeah.
You 6 of 7.
Yeah,
They
Cherville's a
dropped
little.
dropped the one.
Like with Cherville being a little bit down. Now, Highland, like I said, is better than they've been. But still, the speed. They just don't have the speed.
You ready for the top 10, though, Tom?
Hey, buddy.
I don't want it right now. I'm going to finish what I say, and then I'm going to tune out. But I don't understand. It's like I don't. Okay, that's last week. I don't understand why. Like, if you're Terry, if you're the slower team, are you going to run wide or right up the middle? What are you going to do?
I'm
You're
going
gonna run up the
middle. Every
Highland
time.
had some success running the ball up the middle. And then they try to get cute, run a toss play, and fumble and get killed. You know what I mean? It's
Listen, to be honest, if I'm coaching and I know I'm going to get beat 70-0, I'm throwing the bomb about every play.
yeah, you might as well. I mean,
Like, well, why? Like, why hand off? And I'm going to be 70-0. Let's throw it deep. We might catch one or two. They're going to pick it off and run it back. I'd rather them pick it off and run it back than run it down my throat. But, as far as the defense wise, but, Tom, you're a lot of points there. And you guys don't need to be in that conference, and they'll get it. We'll get it right next year.
yeah, right.
Hopefully.
Right. We have faith. You have faith in Q.
No,
huh?
I
You have
don't.
faith
I
in
didn't
Q
say
to get
that.
it right. Yeah.
I was like, we got it right. We can figure it out. But I got top 15 here, Terry. You ready? No. He likes to write these. You could just, I don't know what you doing over
Well,
there.
I mean, I always like doing my own figuring. A lot of people daggum don't like people do this, but I'm gonna tell you, man, if you write it down, it's like locked in your memory instead of having a piece of paper.
Say
how
that
it
again.
works.
Say that again. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, Tom.
Nothing's locked in this
Wait,
man's
wait a
memory. I'm just going
Not,
to tell you.
that's not what I'm
Ain't
laughing
nothing
at.
locked.
He said
Ain't
if you
nothing
write
locked.
it down, you don't have to worry about it. I want to be on. You don't have to remember it because it's in your head and not on a piece of paper.
You're going to remember that right now because you wrote that down to figure all that up. That's a lot more than
I
somebody
get what. Yeah, that's way
handing
more
you a
clear than
piece
what
of
you
paper.
just said. You
Yeah.
said if I write it down, I'm not going to remember it because it's on a piece or something about being on a piece of paper if I write it. Oh my goodness! All right, here's the top 15. North Iredale is number 15. They jumped from 22 to 15 with the win last night. Let me get off. People don't want to see Terry's face probably
Well,
all
they
morning.
do.
For you folks listening on the radio, you can watch the show live on YouTube every Saturday morning. And if you don't, and if you are listening on radio and want to go back and rewatch it, you missed a segment, you missed the NFL, the college or any other of your favorite segments, you can always go back and rewatch that one. We are going to have bad picks today in just a little bit. Speaking of bad picks, Dennis, last night, did you hear that one?
No, I did not.
Pre-game. I got to go back and get to. I'm gonna cut it for next week's bad picks and put it in the college ones.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what though. I'm gonna love these bad picks because Tom really looked good last week.
Yeah, me and Tom are the stars this week.
Had a good week first week.
Yeah. So no, last night, Dennis on the Avery County game said Avery County hadn't something about Avery to the gist of he went Tom on us with something about Avery County hadn't won a game and they're not going to, and went on a little thing about they're going to never win another game and this and that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Terry, did you see the final score there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
he only missed it by
there
50.
You go.
But Tom missed one by more than 50 points this week, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
North Iredale with 4 points is number 15.
North Iredale.
Hendersonville is number 14. They move up from 18 to 14. The Bulldogs, with their win over Highland Tech, move up from 17 to 13. Shelby Golden Lions, with their win over Cherryville Terry, they dropped 2 spots to number 12 from number 10. Bunker Hill, with a win, they move up from 13 to 11.
All right.
6 power points.
I'm already mad.
What's that?
Because West Lincoln's not in this top 10.
Well, Terry, you done got beat twice.
I mean,
what do you
come on.
want?
All right. Keep it going.
Tom, this is the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard.
It is.
All right. So, number 10, there's 3 teams tied with 7 points. East Lincoln comes in at number 10 with 7 power points on the season. They've given up 106 points. Kings Mountain's number 9 with 7 power points. All 3 teams are also 3-1, so we go to the defensive points for the tiebreaker. And that'd put Kings Mountain at number 9. They've give up 62 points on the season. Number 8, the Ashbrook Green Wave. They were number 4 last night, and they failed to crest, and they dropped down to number 8. And they've only give up, though, before last night, so let's see, 49 points on the season. Then we got a 2-way tie at number 7 with Maiden and South Point. Maiden at 7 at 3-1. South Point gets the 6th spot at 3-0. All right, Terry. Now we have tiebreaker scenarios and amendments, and we almost never get down to it. But in the power poll, if 2 teams are beside each other after the polling and everything is done, my rule is if you're behind the team that you beat next to them, you get that spot. You understand? So if you come in at 5 and they're 4, but you've already beat them, but if they're 3, you don't jump them. But if they're 4, you get to take that spot.
You should.
Okay. So number 5 is Statesville with 11 power points at 3-1. But the number 4 spot will be North Lincoln at 10 power points right now because they just smoked Statesville and they're not getting that spot. So they're undefeated at 4-0. North Lincoln is your number 4 team. Now, 11 power points tied with Statesville, but they're 4-0, so they get the 3 spot, is the Crest Chargers. Your defending state champion, the Hickory Red Tornadoes, are your number 2 team. 12 power points, 4-0 on the season, and they've gave up 49 total points.
And they won 20 straight games.
And your number 1 team, Terry, in the power poll. Now, Tom, just a minute ago, he made a case that the team they beat last night should be in the top 10. But your number 1 team in the power poll going into next week will be the Bandy's Trojans.
Wow.
At 4-0, and they win on the defensive tiebreaker. They gave up 47 points. If West Lincoln could have scored 3 points last night, well, not whether they'd won the game, but they'd also, if they'd scored 2 points last night and even went to overtime with them, they would have. Hickory would be number 1. So Hickory, you're not number 1 because Bandy's has give up 2 points less than you. So maybe next week. I don't know who Bandy's plays next week. Do we have them on our schedule? I don't. You got a schedule somewhere, Terry. But we'll see how far they can go with their undefeated season. Go ahead, Terry.
Bandy's go. Well, they'll win. They go to East Burke. I'm sorry.
Now that don't mean they'll be number 1 because Hickory plays 3A schools, so Hickory will have more points next week if they win.
Possibility.
So Hickory, who do they play next week?
North Lincoln.
Never
and
mind.
Hickory.
We got that on K.
There you go.
No, we don't. Do we? Let me look at my schedule.
Is that not the Lincoln County game of the week?
Nope, we got the West Lincoln Rebels and the Maiden Blue Devils on my schedule.
Well, that's
I
a
believe.
good game too.
So we're gonna have that one.
North Lincoln and Hickory.
So North Lincoln and Hickory will be next week.
That's 2 undefeateds.
Yeah.
Yes. So we've got 5 undefeated teams left: South Point, North Lincoln, Crest, Hickory, and Bandies. All right, folks. Any other news and notes, guys? Ryan Farmer, I did mention him a minute ago. Shelby Carter. He was our numbers bookkeeping player of the week.
No, I just getting into the 1A part of our schedule. This is kind of like where you have a lull for Burns. It's like until your 2A games at the end.
Next week, we got East Rutherford at Chase, Cherryville at East Gaston, West Lincoln Maiden. Burns is off, correct?
Burns is off, and then the next week they're at home for Bessemer City.
So you guys will be scouting the Yellow Jackets this week. Crest at Kramer, and then Jefferson at Shelby Golden Line. So there's our broadcast schedule next week. Tom will be at. Go ahead and warn you, you're going to be at one of these games.
There you go, Tom.
I will be at one of these games.
I'm going to say Tom will either be probably at Chase or East Gaston. We're going to figure that one out here in just a little bit, but we'll be back in a few minutes here. I'm going to let you guys read the scores one more time. Is Calvin still here? Okay, he can play the commercials right now. All right, we'll be back right in just a few minutes. KDCBroadcasting.com.
Here comes Duke.
He's got it! Touchdown! Down he goes!
Attack the day.
10-5, good night! Hit hard, the ball came out, it slipped out of his hand, and it's intercepted!
Bleed Blues.
Wide open! Touchdown! And the Blue Devils walk it off at Wallace Wade!
Listen all season long on your home for Duke football. The Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Tee it up in the Cherryville Shrine Club Golf Tournament, set for Saturday, October 12th at the Cherryville Country Club. Cost is $60 per person or $240 per team. Cost includes a fresh, home-smoked barbecue lunch. It's a 4-man captain's choice. Door price tickets and mulligans will be available for purchase. Also, Boston Butts will be for sale, and whole sponsorships are available. To register, call 980-522-0864 or 704-813-1063. All proceeds go to the Shriners Children's Hospital.
The going out of business sale continues at Kurt's Premium Outlet in East Ridge Mall on North New Hope Road in Gastonia. Everything, and we mean everything in the store, is 25% off. Cooler weather is on the way. John Deere jackets are $20.75. John Deere sweaters are $13.50. Simply Southern shirts, any size, any color, for $1.95. Pajama sets are $6.49. Adidas hoodies are $15.75. Again, take 25% off throughout the big store during the going out of business sale at Kurt's Premium Outlet in East Ridge Mall on North New Hope Road in Gastonia.
Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop has some employment opportunities. They now have job openings for auto technicians, detail techs, and lube techs. Just apply at Oak Grove Auto Sales. And now on the lot, check out a 2013 Scion XD Sport hatchback with automatic transmission and sale price to just $84.95. That's Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop, 522 Oak Grove Road in Kings Mountain. Online at oakgroveauto.com and like them on Facebook too.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
Save the date, Saturday, September 28th at the Glen Oaks Golf Club. It's Maiden's own Kyle Kelly and his full band. Showtime is 7 p.m. So plan to be there for a big night of fun. Plus, come hungry. There'll be a food truck, too. It'll be a great family event. Again, that's Saturday, September 28th. Maiden's own Kyle Kelly and his full band at Glen Oaks Golf Club. For more information, call Glen Oaks Golf Club at 828-428-2451.
All right, good morning. Welcome back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk. Kevin Hastings along with Terry Reinhardt and Tom Sinafani. All right, I'm going to let Terry choose the sport. Well, no, we usually start NASCAR for our NASCAR fans. Forgot about that. All right, Terry, how did your NASCAR weekend go? Dale Jr. race this weekend. He flipped some. Oh, hold on. He flipped somebody the finger last night.
Well, I mean, Come on.
Tom.
I thought he raced pretty good last night, though.
Did you?
I didn't. I wasn't able to keep up with it. I work Friday nights, unlike Terry.
Do what, Tom? There's this thing that you call like tape. Toot, toot, you know, I did tape it because he was racing.
Some people work and then they call in the show and they support. They support their paycheck, unlike you, who's watching like other networks and not watching high school football on
Tape.
Friday night.
What are you taping nowadays?
Record. I mean, what am I supposed to say here?
That's better.
Okay.
Better than taping.
Okay.
It's kind of funny how these kids today probably don't understand why we call it tape.
Road, not at all.
It's kind of like the
Not
old
at all.
the bubureaucracy, red tape. There used to actually be like red tape around
It's
the
called
files.
videoing. Well, tonight they're in Bristol. We'll go, but
Is
first,
it a dirt track?
No.
No, not for the playoffs.
No, that's done.
Okay, they're not doing that again.
No, forget
Probably
that.
not. Last week, Terry, did you watch the Worldwide Technology Raceway playoff race?
No.
Okay.
There you go. There's your answer. All I know is I was listening to it on the radio, so I was doing other things. How's that without watching? But, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like listening to anything on the radio myself. I love the technology and the people that they have and how they broadcast. I mean, it's almost like you're there watching it on television if it's in your house. But last week I was listening, and when Kyle got turned around and had a little bit to say and got a lap down, I said, heck with this. You're a lap down up there. You're way behind at Watkins Glen. It's not just a little oval.
And we know Terry's disdain for the road course.
It is. I'm not a road course person.
Yeah, we've established that. And not a dirt track person either.
No,
of course,
I'm
with
glad
you on
that's
that.
gone.
I'm actually with you on that.
I just think that was too much technology and things to do and how to do it and everything to bring that to NASCAR anyway, especially when you put it on a pavement, up at Bristol. It made no sense.
They still sell out that race like well in advance like they used to, Kevin. That Bristol race used to be sold
tonight
out.
might be.
Yeah.
Oh, I guarantee tonight.
And it was always at night. They've always done it at night. It's just like one of the. I've never been myself, but they say it's one of the best atmospheres if you want to go to a race. That's kind of like on your bucket list.
Yeah.
So it's always fun on those short tracks.
I just need Kyle to win a race. We need to make this 20 straight years and get out and get away from.
Still hadn't won one this year.
Richard Petty.
Hadn't won one this year?
No.
Well,
Him and Richards won 19 straight years.
How can the greatest ever not win a race?
That's what I'm saying. He's still got a chance here, Tom.
Man. I don't get it. Do you, Kevin?
Well, I mean, just think of it, Tom. If he does win one, he's the greatest. He's better than Richard.
Oh my God!
What's he battling about now? I'm over here looking at dumb stuff.
He keeps talking. He counts his Pee Wee circuit races as wins.
No, I'm talking wins in NASCAR. Richard Petty and Kyle Busch are tied with 19 straight years of at least winning one race.
So when back when Richard Petty did race, you didn't have like the JV like the Busch circuit,
Tom,
right?
that
You didn't
ain't
have
the point.
JV, right?
That's not the point.
So
we're not counting all them as wins. I'm talking NASCAR
like what
racing.
I'm saying is if I'm a baseball player and I hit 30 home runs in JV and hit 30 in varsity, have I hit 60 home runs?
That's not
or
what
30
we're
home runs,
talking
Kevin. I think I've hit 30.
We're talking
right?
about NASCAR wins per year and how many you've done it. Back when Richard Petty did it, they raced like 70 times a year. Now they only race 36. So Kyle Busch's infantry is really down to just 36 races instead of what Richard Petty used to race 60 or 70 times a year.
Terry, what do you mean his infantry?
You don't know.
His infantry, his possibilities. So what are you saying? Like I'm thinking infantry is like, is he being
Inventory
invaded?
of wins.
Inventory, I guess is what you're trying to say. He just made up another terrorism on the spot. I'm just saying, Terry, that maybe he's old. Maybe it's, Dale Jr. knew when it was time, right? Jeff Gordon knew when it was time.
No.
So maybe it's
too young.
Maybe it's time. How old is he?
38.
It's old. That's old by today's standards. That's when you're supposed to be in the booth.
Really?
Just go ahead and give it up. Seriously, Kevin.
Kevin
Didn't he?
Harvick was raced until he was what, 40 something?
Was he winning?
48 or 49,
Yeah.
I think.
Was he
Him and
winning?
Jimmy both in the,
Was he
in
the greatest
40s.
of all time? Was he the GOAT? It wasn't the GOAT though, was he? I'm just saying. Maybe it's time, Terry. Maybe it's time to take a different role. Like,
Well, he
just-
won't.
just
you,
go
you
away,
don't never
so-
walk away from
go away,
something
so we don't
when
have
you
to.
finish
We don't have to listen
second.
to his whining and crying that it's everybody's fault except him winning NASCAR races. That'd be nice if he would just kind of disappear.
Well, in the standings, 16 people still in right now, Terry. Is that what it is?
Yeah, still 16.
All right. So Hamlin, Keselowski, I don't know who. Why would they not just put the? I'm gonna just have to Google this because they got everybody mixed in the standings, like with people that aren't even in the playoffs now. Is that not just stupid? It's NASCAR.
No, when they do the standings, if you'd won a race, they leave you down at the bottom wherever you was at.
Let's see, NASCAR
Yeah.
playoff standings. You have to, because it ain't gonna be
There
on
you
their
go.
stupid website. All right, here we go. Bottom. Well, no, it's listing 40 people. It's listing 61 people. I typed in playoff standings. That's what come up. There's not 61 people. Can I not have like a 16 team? Like
NASCAR not known.
Because what they'll do is
I
they'll
know.
bump whoever's 20th up into 10th based on points, and it just
And
makes.
if they won a race, then they're 20th, but they're really in the chase.
So I don't even know. I can't even. Okay, so NASCAR. I'm just gonna throw you under the bus on this one. I don't understand why we can't have something that simple. So I found at least one page says I do have a playoff bracket here, Terry, but I don't have
The standings.
the standings with it.
Well, just name
Here's your drivers: Larson, Bell, Reddick, Byron, Blaney, Hamlin, Elliott, Keselowski, Logano, Cindric, Suarez, Bowman, Briscoe, Burton, Gibbs, and Truex Jr. So good job, NASCAR, for not making things easier or clear. So there's your people in the playoffs. I can't tell you what order they're in or anything like that because the standings don't make no sense. But I'll tell you what they've got them listed as. They got Bell 1, Cindric, Logano, Bowman, Suarez, Reddick, Elliott, Blaney, Larson, Byron, Briscoe, Gibbs, Hamlin, Keselowski, Truex, Burton, Chastain, who's not even in it. So yeah. I figured it out. But anyway, we got it. So Terry, we're at anyway, this is a playoff cutoff race tonight in Bristol. You excited about the Bristol race and what?
Yeah, I love Bristol. I'd put that around with anything since they redid the track again, because there for one time they did it and they kind of messed it up, but they've redone it again and it's more competitive now instead of everybody jumping behind each other and just following each other around that track.
Hey, guess what we got? We have actual qualifying starting grid, and this is what usually when you like to do a NASCAR preview, used to have this, and now they don't do since the race is tonight. We got it, so they usually don't have the qualifying by the time we have our show. Bowman is on the pole, Terry, and Larson, Byron, Truex Jr., Briscoe, Bell, and Hovcar.
Where's Kyle Busch?
No, that's the lineup. They haven't qualified yet. Yeah, that's it. Here we go. Bowman, Larson, Byron, Truex, Briscoe, Bell, Hovcar, and Hamlin. So there you go.
Where's Kyle Busch? See, this is crazy. What's something wrong with his car?
29th. Him in the 30 car. Him in the 3 car. There is 29th and 30th. Yeah, there's
How'd that
something wrong with
happen?
their car. They're
No, see, this
team
is
is
what
not
makes
good.
you mad. Of all things, Kyle Busch is one heck of a driver at Bristol, and he's way back there in 29th.
So Tom,
either
he's starting to feel
something-
how I am about Jimmy when they give him these crap
Yeah,
cars.
this is bull crap.
You got 7-time champion over coming in 35th. I'm like, okay.
Come on.
But I done told you they Tom, once these drivers get a certain age, they kind of put them in
The
different
problem
cars
you
and
have
things
starting
like that.
29th at Bristol, don't have a bad lap or you're going to be a lap down.
Or yeah,
It only takes 17 seconds.
right. it ain't that long.
And
Terry's
you
right.
starting 29th, you're already a half a lap down when you start.
Yep. That is more than a half a lap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what's crazy, because the time the ones at the start get going and everybody else gets going with them.
Yeah, that is tough. All right, so folks, want to go to that. All right,
I will say let's say one more thing about NASCAR before we go. Congratulations to Cole Custer. He won the Xfinity thing last night.
Won the JV race. Huh?
Well, I mean, he won.
He's catching up on Kyle Busch.
Allgaier was way ahead of him until last night. Allgaier kept having trouble after trouble after trouble, and Custer comes back and beats him for the championship.
All right, folks, I got some Tar Heel tickets I got to give away. Set of 2 Tar Heel tickets, 2 seats to today's game. 12 o'clock, those starts. You got to leave in an hour.
Can I give the question?
We're not doing a question. We're calling in if you want them.
I was getting ready to say, who beat Carolina last year? North Carolina State? Yes, you're correct.
If you want 2 tickets to the Tar Heels game, call in and talk to Calvin right now and give him your email address. 704-435-2845. 704-435-2845. They play host James Madison at noon, so you got to get going with it. And then by 9:30 probably at the latest. But I need an email address. Call in, tell Calvin you want Tar Heel tickets, and we'll get to that here in just a second. I'll let Terry, you finish up a few thoughts on NASCAR. I got to go down the hall real quick.
Well, that's what I was watching on the tape thing last night, Tom, and I was impressed because Cole Custer, and then every time Allgaier would mess up, it would just keep going. And then all of a sudden he took the lead. He's only like 2 points ahead of him. Then he got into first place. Yeah. And as long as he stayed out there. But then I kept waiting for him because you know how Bristol is. One little bad little tire and you hit the wall. Yeah. And but he led for like the last, 40, 50 laps. So congratulations to him.
Well, like I said, you haven't heard much from him on the big boy circuit.
Well, I think he's went down just to the Xfinity.
Yeah, just to kind of. Yeah. I don't know if he has filled in a little bit. Sometimes those guys will fill in here or there. But
I don't think I've ever heard.
He won the race in Kentucky a couple years ago, right? So he won that. He does have one big boy win on the big boy circuit. So I'd like to see him get back. Get back to racing on Sunday. But if you win some of those Xfinities, that gets the attention. Yeah,
I will say one other thing too about the Watkins Glen. My Montoya thing didn't work out too good. He was way behind.
I know you whined a lot about that.
Yeah, I was glad he was way behind. Tom. Yeah,
yeah. Great pick.
We wasted 2 minutes.
Great pick.
So, all right. We come back. We're going to talk college football. We have bad picks and more. Tar Heel tickets, 704-435-2845 in Chapel Hill, noon o'clock. Got to leave soon. 2 tickets. James Madison at North Carolina. Call right now, 704-435-2845 if you want Tar Heel tickets against the James Madison Dukes today.
Jimmy Madison coming for you, UNC. Coming for you, boy. The Dukes. Dukes are coming.
All right, we'll be back later in KDCBroadcasting.com.
Where's the beef?
Well, it could be in your refrigerator or freezer. If you win the Where's the Beef contest, we'll be giving away $1,000 in beef from Morris Supermarket and Broad River Hams in Shelby. You could win up to $1,000 in beef. Register today at one of our local participating merchants, including at Ferguson's Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, at Honda Motorcycles of Shelby on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, at Cleveland Lumber Company on North Arrowwood Street in Shelby, at Bridges Hardware on West King Street in Kings Mountain, at the Highway 27 West Restaurant on Highway 27 west of Lincoln, at Bradley's on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, at Logos To Go on South Lafayette Street in Shelby, at Jumpin' Jad's on Main Street in downtown Falston, at Weston Sales, Highway 18 North in Vale, and at Noble Artistry on Main Street in downtown Cherryville. Register today. The drawing will be held on Friday, November 1st.
Where's the beef?
Nighttime is the right time at Bristol.
Larson down on the bottom of the racetrack, and it is going to be Denny Hamlin sliding up to the top side.
Trouble in turn number 3. Several cars collected in this incident. Joey Logano, significant damage. J.J. Yaley's car is badly damaged.
Here is Hamlin powering up. He wins for the 3rd time at Bristol Motor Speedway.
It's the Bass Pro Shops Night Race at Bristol Motor Speedway. Saturday night, September 21st at 6:30.
On Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at KDCBroadcasting.com.
Tee it up for a great golf experience at the Cherryville Golf and Country Club. And yes, the course is open to the public 7 days a week. For your tee time, give them a call, 704-435-6597. Tune your game up with their driving range. And on Friday, come on out for the Captain's Choice starting at 5:30. And for that special event, keep the Cherryville Country Club in mind with several event packages available. That's the Cherryville Golf and Country Club, 200 Club Drive, Cherryville. Online at cherryvillegolf.com.
You'll be first on race day with a stop at Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. You'll find a full line of auto parts. They've got it all, and they even carry racing fuel. So before you head out to the track, get your racing fuel from Kings Mountain Auto Supply. Give them a call at 704-739-0391. In addition to great prices, you'll get friendly and knowledgeable service as well. Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. Open Monday through Friday from 8 till 6, Saturdays 8 till noon. Like them on Facebook too.
Now is the best time ever to buy an Empire gas log from Today's Pro in Shelby. All display models have been discounted. There's a great selection to choose from. Check out the displays today, all on sale. And it's the end of the pool season. Save up to 50% on remaining pool supplies in stock. And remember Today's Pro in Shelby for appliance pickup and delivery. See Today's Pro, 1325 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Like them on Facebook too.
All right. Good morning, Saturday morning sports talk. Still got two tickets for the Tar Heels and James Madison today, 704-435-2845. You can go, or we're going to let them go to the ether. We got bad college scores and picks from last week, and gone. Never mind. They gone. No more calls. We got them gone. We got them gone. So good. We got some folks won some Tar Heel tickets today. Congratulations. Thanks for tuning in and listening. KDC Broadcasting.
Duke's coming for you, Tar Heels.
You think you think there's any James Madison fans within listening distance?
I'm telling you, man, there are, because my brother's neighbor, who is often at the neighborhood pool parties, Dave Edwards, went to James Madison, and so did his wife.
Sorry, Tom, I had you muted.
That's okay. I was just saying my brother's friend, Dave Edwards, who lives in Riverbend with Danny, and he's often at the Riverbend social events. He and his wife both graduated from James Madison University.
Oh. Well, folks, we like to go. We pick our scores in college and NFL, and we like to we'll show that when we make bad picks, we'll showcase them, and this is one of our segments that we do, and we go over them and laugh at them, and we admit when we're wrong. So, Terry, what's the standings and how? Now, this is between you, Chip, and Tom, right?
That's it.
All
right. Last week, I went 9-2. Chip went 8-3. Tom went 6-5.
I had a rough week.
Yeah. So our overall standings, if Chip's listening, he can understand this. I lead the way at 30-14, which I'll probably be in last next week after I say this.
Yeah.
But 30-14, and Tom and Chip are tied for second at 28-16.
So
after 4 weeks,
I've slipped back into second place.
Yeah, well, you back into a tie. Yeah, you've went from first to last, back to first, and now you're tied for second.
So Terry, I started to worry about Tom's wallet Thursday afternoon when I was doing the cutting.
Oh, Lord.
Because every one he missed, he prefaced it with, on my bets and my parlay, and I'm like, okay.
What? No, I wasn't.
So about Thursday, I'm like, these aren't really bad picks. These might have hurt Tom's wallet this week.
Now, Tom, Kevin, have I not sent you I've sent Kevin screenshots of my bets. He knows I don't bet big. I do for fun. I'm not like these people. I'm serious. Like these guys.
I like those $1 or $2 like parlay bets. We got like 7 things that happen. You can win like $1,000 and stuff.
Just have a little fun with that. That's the problem with those betting apps. Is like people like turn it into money make. It's not really money make. It's just to have a little fun. So I have a little fun with mine, and no, I've had a horrible 2 weeks. I haven't hit anything lately. One weekend I was like hitting everything. You know what I mean? And it's like I took UNC Charlotte. I laid the points, and they were down 20-3 at one point in that game. We didn't pick that game though. I did see Chip at the game, though, was so funny because I'm walking in and I hear somebody. And it was Chip. And Chip goes, "Hey, Tom." I said, "Oh, go over here and get a picture." And I said, "It's a KTC Civil War." And it was good to see Chip at the game. It was good to see
y'all
the
had y'all's
kids.
picture taken?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Me and Chip did at the game. He's in his Garden Web stuff. I have
Tom,
my
you
football
see
jersey
him
on.
here every week.
But not at an event. Terry, do you have a picture with your wife? You don't take a picture with your wife.
Picture with your wife.
He's so dumb.
Oh,
He's like at family gatherings, no pictures. We see each other all the time. We don't need a picture. It was a special event, Terry.
Did y'all have something?
There you go, Terry.
I thought y'all would have
That's
been
us.
in some
Oh,
front
you
of
cut
something.
the picture? You got
How
Kevin got
about
the picture.
that?
It's on your Facebook.
How about that?
Yeah, that's me and Chip at the game. And I was like, G-Dub going down. And they about beat us. They should have beat us. They really should have beat us. So, and then Chip was on ESPN. Well,
It's amazing you got to go to a game and get a picture.
he's so dumb. This guy, it's like Terry, every time I think you can't say anything dumber, you out stupid yourself again.
This is so funny.
It's like, he's just so dumb.
So funny.
Terry.
That's a look. Tom, I think, to be honest, that is West Lincoln humor, and you don't get it.
That is so funny.
Because a lot of my friends I went to college with, that's
Well, I get a picture. I see you all the time.
right.
Okay, all right. I guess it's West Lincoln
It's
humor.
just, I know it's tickling him to death. That's why I'm laughing so hard. It's Terry's just like, why would you?
Okay.
You see each other every Saturday. Let's take a picture together. You just saw each other like an hour and a half before this picture, Terry.
Yeah,
Wasn't
that's
even
what
that
I'm
long
talking
before
about.
Yeah, I guess it's West Lincoln humor, but it's like if you're at an event with somebody.
I mean,
you take a
I
picture
can
that's why
understand.
to remember the
I'm
event.
just picturing
No,
my
wait a
roommate
minute.
saying
No, wait a
that.
minute.
Okay.
I can understand a picture if there's something behind you. Why didn't you go over in front of a 49er or some kind of pickaxe or like a or something that you could have got over our
It
top?
was at the game,
and
Terry.
y'all could have been going
Terry.
yeah, the whole time. You know.
Oh
while
my
y'all-
God, this guy.
I can't.
Oh my God. Yes, Kevin. It's difficult every Saturday morning. We come in there.
They
it's
see
just-
the weird side of. They have a weird humor.
I guess
Tom,
they
I'm
do.
just
I
telling
guess.
you.
I guess it is. I just don't understand.
I can see Adam Gillespie saying the same thing. I swear, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I do.
I can see him saying those. Well, Tam, why would you leave to take your picture? Let's see if we can find. Now, while we got Chip on the Facebook here, let's bring up the baby real quick since we're going to.
How about this? What a family! What I'm saying. What a family!
Chip with a sixth baby in the house.
Goodness.
He's got the sixth man in Chip's house is named Rylan. So there's your backup point guard, Terry.
That's
So
fantastic.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he's got a basketball team.
Even his pink.
Even a sub.
Even his pink sweaters have the Masters logo. He's got to stop.
Yeah.
He's got to stop this stuff.
Yeah, he's got.
We got to get him to go to the British Open or something. Get him out of the
I'm
country.
gonna tell you, man. He must.
Congratulations.
His wife is the Iron Lady. I will say that. I'm telling you, man.
All right, we all ready for some bad picks?
Let's see, Tom.
All of his misses are parlays. I'm telling you, there was. Well, in my parlay, doing.
Yeah, the parlay was awful. Yeah, the parlay.
All right, here we go, folks. This is our Tom, Terry, and Chip's bad college football picks from week 3.
I think I took Purdue. I think it's one of the ones.
You did?
Yeah. Took Purdue.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, South Carolina. This is your opportunity. That's how I put it. Every year you have opportunities. You are 2-0 against a 1-1 LSU. This will, and what is LSU ranked?
16th.
16th. It's USC for the win.
Tommy?
Nobody calls him USC. Nobody calls him that.
That's what I call them today.
LSU. He just screwed it up. LSU.
Oh, we didn't ask for your opinion.
Yes, you did.
Technically, Kevin did.
We all give our opinion.
Louisiana State, 46. South Carolina, 43.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and warn you guys. Bell and Austin make some new appearances in this week, and Bell has took upon the role of troll. So if you folks watching at home, this is the old video that I've got of them with bad picks, but they did join in this week for the score, so they're going to help out this week. So if you hear the kids, that is my son and my daughter, And she likes to roast some folks. So she does a little more roasting in the NFL, but college, we won't, just warn you.
Bad picks.
Let's avoid the clean sweep here. I'm really afraid Florida State's just going to quit on them, but they've got to win at some point this year, right? So I'm going to pick FSU.
Memphis 20. Florida State 12. Bad picks.
Who you got, Chip?
I'm taking Florida in this one.
Terry?
Florida's not good.
Texas A&M 33. Florida 20. Bad picks.
I'll go with Washington at home because they're also in my parlay.
Washington State 24. Washington 19.
And I tried to warn him about that. The Malamutes.
Right.
Don't pick the Malamutes.
Go against the grain a little bit here. Let's go with West Virginia.
West Virginia's favored.
That's a loss.
Yeah.
Chip?
I'm feeling West Virginia, too. Let's do West Virginia.
Oh, Lordy, double loss.
48. West Virginia 44. Bad picks.
I got to take UCLA at home. I mean, Indiana's better this year, but I don't know if they can go in all to Cal. That's a conference game. That's scary.
Yeah.
So who'd you take?
Indiana.
UCLA.
Oh, no, he said UCLA.
Okay,
I'm
you
sorry.
did right. Indiana can't go out there. There's too much of that Pacific breeze coming off the ocean, and there's no way they can win out there.
Go ahead and pick Indiana. Chip.
I'm picking UCLA.
Go ahead and give me Indiana. Thanks, guys, for the analysis.
Indiana 42. UCLA 14.
Man, they're really bad.
Bad picks.
Yeah.
One of my alma maters and going with East Carolina. Man,
What do I do with these people?
App State 21.
All right, y'all ready for the worst pick?
Here it comes.
Bad picks.
well, I took Purdue in a 7-1 parlay, so let's go Purdue.
We go next.
Sure, go ahead.
That was crazy, Tom. Anyway, Notre Dame will win. They'll bounce back.
They're hard to predict. I'm gonna
In-state rival.
I'm gonna make an
Purdue at home.
absurd logical reasoning
way.
here. I'm as a Catholic, I'm gonna pick Notre Dame.
All right.
Good job.
We gotta
As a
get
Catholic, you should pick against Notre Dame.
Good job. Good job, Chip. Don't listen to Tom. He'll have you with a loss.
Notre Dame 66. Purdue 7. That was the worst pick ever. Those are some bad picks.
59 points, Tom.
Dennis missed his by 50.
Yeah.
But Tom
says, I'll do better.
Tom beat the spread with more than a touchdown, 9 extra points, a 59-point miss.
Well, okay. This is how it happened.
Oh, this is how it happened. Yeah, I got to hear this.
This is how the Purdue Boilermakers were drugged
Lordy.
before the game. That's what happened. Look, they had a parlay. They had Big Ten goes undefeated. They had 7 teams, and I looked over there. I was like, well, I don't know. Notre Dame may be bad, or they may just come back with a vengeance. Let me go ahead. It paid like a $10 bet was going to pay like $100. I was like, so let's just say maybe Purdue can. They're at home. Notre Dame just got beat by Northern Illinois at home. So maybe the Fighting Irish are down. And
Tom,
then, of
you
course,
didn't even believe that. There's no way you could have believed that.
you got beat by Northern Illinois. You got beat by a MAC school at home. You got beat by a MAC school
That's
at
like
home.
me picking North Carolina State when they're playing Tennessee, knowing there's no way, but I'm going to pick my own
What do you
team.
mean there's no way? They just got beat by a MAC school
You
at
know,
home.
come on, Tom.
They just got college football. I'm telling you, man. It's just
You got beat
just
by a
don't know
MAC
what's gonna
school
happen.
that is ranked.
Oh, gosh.
They're only ranked because they beat Notre Dame. That's the only reason why they're ranked.
They're unbeaten.
Toledo's going to kill them. Toledo's the best team in that conference.
Oh.
Toledo will destroy Northern Illinois.
Oh, you know now. Pick the other one. Pick
whoever he
Northern.
said.
Yeah, pick
Did
Northern.
you say Northern Illinois?
Yeah.
Toledo?
They
Toledo's
play
the best
state.
team
I'm
in that
worried,
conference.
I'm worried about Northern Illinois coming
Northern
to
Illinois is
state.
about to beat them all.
Yeah.
It ain't the Zips. It ain't Kent State.
The Huskies-
The fighting Trent Martys.
Terry,
No, they're
they're
not
about
the
to
best
put a
team.
wolf pack on that bone.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They come into state. I'm worried about us getting beat.
Northern Illinois, when they come?
Next week, I think.
Oh, that'll be an L. They're going to hang an L on you.
That's a big trouble.
They're going
You know?
big trouble in Little Raleigh. Here comes Northern Illinois. Well, I mean, it's just okay. Well, I'll take that as like I didn't even get on my ESPN bet.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Tom. I don't think, as the rest of this year goes along, me or Chip, either one, are gonna miss one by that many.
No, I would say that's probably the worst ever. That's probably the worst pick ever. I'm just gonna go ahead and
59.
take full responsibility for that because I got this QB 54 game. Have you seen the QB 54 game? We're playing it. We're tailgating. We're having a good time.
Tom's telling everybody how to bet here.
We're having a beverage. I'm like, yeah, my parlay looks pretty
That's
good so far.
probably what was happening.
And then
He was
I
having
turned
a
on
beverage.
that Notre Dame score. It was 21-0 in the first quarter. I'm like, well, looks like my parlay's busted. And then they just kept on and kept on. Purdue quit, man. They freaking quit on me. They embarrassed themselves.
They didn't even show up.
Shame on you, Purdue. Shame on you. Shame on Purdue University.
Yeah.
Cancel the season. I mean, just cancel the season. You're terrible.
Unreal. 59 points.
Yeah, well, that was pretty bad. That was the worst pick ever, I will say. But it was in my parlay.
I just okay.
It was in my parlay.
So like, I'll help pick a little bit today, maybe, since we only got
Can
two.
Cleveland County pay Tom a little bit more for
So you don't have
being
to
in, well, for teaching?
Gamble. He's working so hard at gambling over here.
That's right.
Pay this man.
I am pretty
so
much.
He's not betting on Purdue.
Yeah, I'd pretty much be a degenerate gambler, so it's a good thing I have several jobs.
All right, State at Clemson. I know Terry's going to pick.
Oh, we're
State.
ready to pick.
Yeah, you don't want to pick.
Heck yeah.
All right, try to convince the world how the Wolfpack's going to win this game, Terry.
They're not going to win this game.
We shouldn't.
They're not going to win this game.
We beat Clemson last year. And of all the people in the ACC who's give them competitive, that's like when Florida State first come into the ACC. They wasn't but one team in the ACC at that point in time when Florida State come that could consistently play with Florida State. That was North Carolina State. Now that Clemson's become good, there's only one team in the ACC that can compete with Clemson since they become elite as one of the top teams in the country. That is North Carolina State. Last year they beat them 24-17 in Raleigh. This will be tough. State's defense has got to step up, and they're really not that bad. It's just that their offense has to come to call and play well. I don't know whether McCall's playing today or not. They took him out last week and in the second quarter because he got hurt, and they had to bring in a freshman, Bailey, that come from Florida, to take his spot. And that kid was outstanding when he come in. And I was even saying last week, and you know how that is. You got a freshman against a senior-led McCall, and I don't think that Doran would make that change to put Bailey in, but I wish he would. Give this kid a chance, let him show what we can do, because McCall is not leading our offense like I think he should, and Bailey took our team down the field a couple times with elite passes, and we marched right down and scored. So somewhere along the line, he's going to have to make the move. I don't say it'll be this week, and I wish it would, because don't get me wrong, and I know when you come from Coastal Carolina and you move into North Carolina, how would I put this, Tom? You've played against good teams, but can you play against elite teams?
Yeah.
Bailey don't know the difference.
Yeah.
He's a freshman. So he's not played against teams that has the speed that a Tennessee has, a Clemson has, and people like that. And I'm not saying them guys at these other schools are not slow, but, maybe your GPA was not good to get in some of the other schools or whatever. But I think I'm going to take State. I don't think they can win, but I'm going to pick State anyway on account of that's who I pick every week.
It's kind of like
so I'm not going. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
When you have different motivations that lead you into a bad pick like a 66-7 game. So
I mean, that's just how I'm going to put it. I'm going to pick State. I don't think we'll get beat by no 59 points.
But Clemson put 2 weeks ago, they put an absolute beat down on Appalachian. I didn't really expect that. Somebody cut my hot take when I said Clemson couldn't score, which they didn't against Georgia. I think what they have against Georgia, 3 points.
Yeah, 34-3.
So I mean, they got beat 34-3 in that game. So
well,
I mean,
I'm wondering about the ACC anyway against the SEC. They're like 3-5.
Yeah.
But you're losing big time. Like Clemson lost to them, State's lost to them.
I'm telling you, Tennessee.
Who was it last week? Boston College went to Missouri and lost by score, but they played well out there.
Tennessee, I think's got a crack at the national title. I think they're for real. I think they're good.
That all ends today.
Georgia, I said, Georgia looked vulnerable. I listened to that game. Georgia looked vulnerable against Kentucky. So I mean, I don't know, Terry. I don't know. Tennessee, and then I watched a little bit of Alabama against Wisconsin, and they kind of took over that game. I thought, Wisconsin was competitive for a little bit, and then just Alabama dominated them. So I really think that, Georgia, Alabama, and then, you want to say LSU. I'd say Tennessee. Tennessee can challenge them maybe this year before an LSU could, I think. Based on small sample size, of course, But we'll see moving forward.
You taking Clemson?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Taking Clemson.
Number 11, USC at number 18, Michigan. USC favored by 4 in Ann Arbor. Tommy?
I don't think Michigan's very good this year. SC, I think, goes in there and beats them.
I'm the same way. Yeah. USC goes in and wins.
All right. Louisville. Favored by 10, $17 over Georgia Tech, who's 3-1, got some wins this year.
Louisville at home.
And I'm going opposite. I'm going Georgia Tech on the road.
Number 12, Utah. At number 14, Oklahoma State in Stillwater. 99 degrees, it says on the weather. Utah is favored by 1 on the road. Tommy?
I don't know. This was, Oklahoma State. You just never can tell, can you, Terry?
I said a couple weeks ago they should have got beat.
I don't like picking Oklahoma State game. I watched Utah a little bit. They're a pretty good football team. I think they're kind of a little bit of a secret because they play out west. I like Utah to go into Stillwater and beat the former mullet. They don't have a mullet anymore.
And I'm also going with Utah because I can't trust Oklahoma State. Somewhere along the line, like I said, they should have got beat a couple of weeks ago, and they didn't to Arkansas, and they won.
All right, next up on the scoreboard will be Tennessee, Tom's national title favorite against Oklahoma.
Didn't say they're the favorite. I said they can challenge for it. Okay, don't put words in my mouth, fake news over there. I said they could challenge for it.
They're 6.5-point favorites today in Oklahoma. Terry?
Oh, this is easy. Oklahoma wins. They're 3-1 against Tennessee all time.
How about giving Tennessee some props for playing some real conference football teams? Last week they played NC State. Now they're playing Oklahoma, and
that's a conference game.
This is conference game.
Oh crap! Oklahoma's in SEC now.
Yeah.
Never mind. Well, I'm glad they're playing someone. How about either way? I'm glad they're playing a real team. So congratulations.
Tennessee goes on the road and beats them. Oh, Venables. Venables has no answers today. I'm going to do a Terry line. Venable has no answers.
Well, you lost, Tom.
Let's see. Kansas State, 6.5-point favorites on the road in Provo, Utah, against BYU Cougars. Tommy?
I always like BYU at home, but Kansas State has a little momentum coming there, 3-0. I think they go on the road. They go to the land of the Mormons, and they hand BYU an L today, Terry.
Yeah, and I'm going the opposite. I'm going BYU.
I don't trust them this year. One time I picked them, they lost.
I wish you could order them put them in order by spread size. That would be a good sorting element for me. Let's see what we've got on the schedule. How about Florida, Mississippi State? Gators favored by 7.
God.
Both these teams
in Starksville, Mississippi,
underperformed.
Yes, they have.
And they got Florida. I don't think Florida should be a 7-point favorite against anybody right now. Let's go Mississippi State at home.
And I'm also going to go the same way. Mississippi State playing at home.
Indiana beat UCLA. Tom, they're going to handle Charlotte this week.
We're not betting on
Charlotte struggled with Gardner-Webb, and they're 29-point underdogs. Indiana a little
So
better
what are
this
you
year.
saying? Gardner-Webb is bad? Struggle with Gardner-Webb?
It's Gardner-Webb.
Gardner-Webb almost beat you.
They're
All right,
FCS.
We got 2 games right here. Houston at Cincinnati. Cincinnati favored by 3.5 at home in 80-degree weathers at Nippert Stadium. Terry, who you got in this one?
Cincinnati.
Yeah, I like Cincinnati, the home team, to hold.
Two teams at 1 and 2. The spread's a 0.5 point favorite for the home team.
Wow.
West Virginia hosting the Kansas Jayhawks, Tommy.
All right, West Virginia, you're supposed to win when I pick you, especially at home. So let's go with West Virginia.
How many games is that, Terry? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Terry. Who you got now?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This will be number 9, and I'm going with West Virginia at home.
All right, since Chip's not going to be here, we're not going to pick too many more and get two
more.
You want 2 more?
Yeah.
What's the difference between 9 and 11, Terry?
It's a
Chip
huge
can
difference.
text you in his picks.
Who's
He's
he
listening.
No. He don't get it. If he doesn't come in, his picks aren't going on the show.
Okay.
I'm not reading his
Okay.
picks. Let's see. Virginia at Coastal Carolina.
Be careful here.
Virginia at Coastal Carolina. I don't know how they got Virginia to
How'd
come
they
to
even-
Conway,
I know.
North to South Carolina in that little bitty stadium. But the Cavaliers are in Coastal, not Coastal getting paid to come to Virginia, Tommy.
What time is that game? 2 o'clock.
You can make it.
You could make it. That's it.
You can make it.
I bet it's sold out.
It's exactly 4 hours and
Well, no, it's not sold out.
15 minutes.
Look how much
from
tickets
here.
are, though. 120. How about that?
Well,
No, it's
Myrtle
it's
Beach
4 hours
will Myrtle
on that
Beach
one.
University win or not, Terry?
It's you want me to pick it? I'll make the first pick in.
Look how much the tickets are. Did you just say that?
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
$120
for this game.
Well, there's only 40 seats available in the place.
Well, all the
It's a nice stadium.
all the hot girls have gone back to Ohio, so there's nothing else to do. Go to the game.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna ACC. If you lose this game, I mean, we're having a down year anyway, playing big time schools. in the
Coastal's
coast.
not bad, Terry.
No, they're
This
not
wouldn't be
bad.
a horrible loss.
Hey,
No.
I'm for relegation.
Yeah.
Once we beat you, we get to take your spot. So App takes Carolina's spot.
Virginia, you cannot
the
go.
ACC.
Are
here
you
and
going to
lose.
pick the game or not?
He's
Yeah,
not.
that's what I'm trying.
Put me down for Coastal Carolina because you have babbled on there for so long.
You
Just put me
taking
down for
Coastal?
Coastal Carolina. Give me the chickens at home. They hand the ACC another humiliating
All right,
defeat.
give me
even
Virginia.
Even though it wouldn't be all that humiliating because Coastal's pretty good.
See, now when I get Tom to talk, that's when I know who to pick.
It's just
I
like
took
you
Virginia.
sit there and, man, you're like, sit there and
That's
babble
10.
on and just make a pick.
That's 10. One more.
It's 10. One more.
That was hard.
That was hard.
Jeez Louise.
I mean, we're in Conway, South Carolina. Virginia, they're going to get beat down there. They're going to go home.
I'm just trying to picture Terry. So when I go to the beach, I don't know about you two still. I don't go like the highway stuff. I take the back roads and everything. And it's almost the exact same distance. I'm just picturing being behind the Virginia Cavaliers bus through Pageland and McBee.
They're not coming
Florence.
that way. They're not coming that way. They're not coming that way. They're coming
And then
down.
looking at all these places like, where are we at right now? Because there's like no like big cities with like hours from Conway.
that part of
Wherever
the,
they're coming from, Tom.
the low country is low population. It's not a whole lot out
They
there.
do have a nice stadium.
There's like nothing there until you get to Myrtle Beach, and there's like 1 million people in that one county. So I mean, it's that in Charleston. That's about it. Hilton Head. That's it.
Oh goodness! All right, so we need one more. Is that what we needed?
That's
Terry?
it. We can't pick App this week.
Rutgers at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech favored by 3.5.
Why is Virginia Tech favored in any game right now?
Anything.
They just got beat by Vanderbilt at home. Give me the Tony Sopranos on the road. They get a win.
I'm also going Rutgers. I don't see how they are favored anywhere.
All right, I'm looking up the directions here. I'm gonna see exactly the
Charlottesville's kind of in the middle of Virginia. It's kind of weird where it's at.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to figure out. Well, here I'm pulling it up, so we'll see the directions for the folks. Oh, here you go, Tom.
Yeah, they're gonna go through Raleigh. They're not gonna go through McBee and all that.
They can if they go. If one's 5 hours and 50, the other is 6 hours and 3.
How's the town get named McBee anyway? McBee.
The local folks call it Maccabee.
Oh, they do?
Yes. Okay. I was told that by local folk one time. So yeah, so they're going to come down through Fayetteville, down 76, St. Paul.
They'll go through.
Let's see, Lumberton, Williams Crossroads, Cherry Grove, Greensea, Homewood, White Oak, all the way down into
common household names in the low country of South Carolina. Just, I will say this.
But it's like 2 hours of that driving. Like, it's not like it's
I'm just
40
gonna tell
minutes
you,
here through it. It's like 2
I
hours
hope
of
they
that.
did the maintenance on the bus before they drove through there.
Right. That's the one thing you got to worry about.
Yeah. Better do the maintenance.
From Fayetteville to Conway, Tom, there's not much.
No.
Big Lumberton is really the only thing between
Eastern North Carolina, too. I remember my first experience really going to Eastern North Carolina, because I hadn't been there, I went to Bertie County, and they were recruiting us as young teachers, and the lady gets up there and gives a speech, and she breaks down and cried because they were so poor. Please come here and help us. I'm like, oh my God, this place is sad.
It's a 6-hour ride from Charlottesville to Conway. If they're going to ride the whole thing, it's 2 hours and 45 minutes from Fayetteville to Conway.
Yeah, it's a long way.
Now, Tom, will they just fly into Myrtle Beach?
Well, I mean, it's a major university. They'll probably fly into Myrtle Beach
instead of making that 6-hour drive.
I mean,
so you don't have to worry about
but
the
you
back
got
roads
all
of
their
South
stuff
Carolina,
and equipment and trainers and all that, and cheerleaders and all that. Put them on a plane.
All right. Any other news and notes, college stuff here? I'm going to pull up, see if I got any tweets right now. Tom, any other cheating allegations you want to throw at Michigan or anything like that?
No, I mean, Michigan's going to get what's coming to them. You know, I think eventually they're going to take the crown from old Jimmy Boy out there. That's why he left him high and dry. But that's what those guys do. Like Pete the Cheat did out in SC, right?
Yes, what he did.
I mean, that's what they do. I mean, they burn the house down and then they just leave the keys on the front step and take off. So I mean, that's what they do. So I mean, but that's how they get ahead, right? That's how they get ahead, Terry. That's how you get ahead in life. Just burn it down, piss on the ashes, and sneak out the back door. That's what Jim Harbaugh did. So
I've looking at some college football tweets here. This is just the one store or one stand here at App, Tom. Just beer. Just beer, Terry.
I was really
Don't
surprised.
ask for anything else.
That's all you need.
It just says
But for years, you could not buy beer at an NCAA event.
Correct.
You could not buy beer.
You're right.
And I remember Sam Holmesley would say, like, he would like to go watch East Carolina and Tulane because I believe played those games at the New Orleans Superdome, and they could sell beer there because it wasn't on a college campus.
Yeah, right. That's why everybody likes the bowls so much.
Yeah, but I was surprised at UNC Charlotte. They did have an adult beverage stand, and when I went and partook of one, the lady said, well, would you care to make a donation? I was like, sure. And then I'm like, wait a minute, what am I donating to? And it's some kind of dance team. So literally, this dance team was selling beer to finance their trip down there. I said they had it good. They go,
that sounds like a strip club, Tom.
It does, doesn't it?
The dance team selling beer. I know exactly what this place is.
There's employment opportunities for you ladies.
Scantily clad. So here's some Appalachian fans reacting to the loss to South Alabama on Thursday. I realize it's challenging to tarmac your coach after an embarrassing home loss, but fear not. I've done the homework. These are the closest airports to Kid Brewer Stadium. This guy Google searched, saw these local airports.
App played on Thursday.
Yeah, they got smoked by South Alabama.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They're just not strong.
And somebody says, yes, make that MF or flight Allegiant or Sun Country out of here.
So they're after the coach now, huh? Lost a couple games. Now you're after the coach.
Exactly. All right, Tom, it got so sad. I'm going to show you the player of the night for Appalachian.
What is he do?
There's got to be some of that. 38-14.
Wow.
Then he throws that back down.
This guy's looking for his last Twisted Tea, which, by the way, ESPN College Football. Prime time brought to you by Twisted Tea. There's got to be some in that one.
A couple empty. I bet they're all empties though.
He's
What a
getting the
good
aluminum
Samaritan.
cans to pay his
Extra
pay
credit.
his power bill at his apartment.
58-14.
The play of the night for the Mountaineers. Oh, they stunk.
They did not look good.
No. See if we got any more college football. Oh, did you see the report of Tennessee and their NIL, what they're doing now?
No.
So Tennessee is, let's see, a few $1 billion in the this is getting crazy. So these coaches are complaining about having to pay the players and everything. Nobody's mentioned, Tom, the ADs or the coaches taking a pay cut, are they? Or is anyone
I
else
mean,
saying,
Dabo got to get his $11 million, right? I mean, it's okay for him to get $11 million, but if his kid wants $100,000, well, he's a terrible person.
So let me give you some of the proposals from SEC schools this week on how to fund their NIL. Now, remember, I told you guys, once these big cities start, like somebody like, if Charlotte really put money into it, Tom, they should be better app at some point. We ain't got no money in Boone and Watauga. Like Charlotte should, if they get the right money. So these SEC schools are starting to panic a little bit because they're going to lose a lot of this bidding stuff. Hunter Yurachuk earnings as Arkansas AD. He is $8 million a year. He gets a car, 3 country club memberships, and a 6-figure bonus. Under his tenure, Arkansas is 27-45. $8 million, Terry. He just proposed, Tom, so Arkansas football can pay football players a state tax on every household, $100 a month.
What if
wait a minute.
A month?
A month.
$1,200 a year? What if I'm not a Razorback fan?
If we can get 10,000 households across the state of Arkansas to give $100 a month, we would be in the NIL game from a football perspective. It's that simple.
But he's not supposed to give up a nickel of his $8 million.
Didn't say nothing about that, did he? Now, Tennessee, you ready for what their proposal is? And they're going to do it. This is no proposal. They have a $3 billion contract, the SEC does, with ESPN. They are adding to their ticket sales. Now, Tom, when you buy a Tennessee ticket, there's going to be a 10% charge called talent fee.
Well, that makes more sense than what Arkansas proposed.
Instead of just putting it that way, could they just not raise the ticket prices and not say, hey, this is for talent? But they got a talent fee of 10%, not a $10 per ticket, a 10% talent fee that Tennessee's charging you. Now, here's the thing. They got 110,000 seats. They got billions of dollars in the bank, and their coaches are making millions. Everyone making money on this is like, God, we still can't let these guys make money. We can't give up any piece of our pie on it. They refuse, Tom, to give up any piece of their pie at all. And so now they're raising ticket prices on a stadium that seats 110,000 people.
There's a word for it. It's called greed.
And then
greed.
And didn't App almost beat them in that stadium, Terry?
Yeah, almost.
It's just greed. I mean, it's just greed, and greed is run amok.
They're panicking. How about the combined age of the starting quarterbacks in Utah versus Oklahoma State game this weekend is 49 years old. The combined age of the Colts-Bears game this week will be 44. Here's your starting quarterbacks in that game.
I don't understand.
It looks like a pirate ship.
I don't understand how these guys afford.
That's funny.
I mean, I guess because they're getting NIL. Well, it does make sense now. Yeah, because they're getting paid, they can stay in college longer. Okay,
yeah.
That makes sense.
7th year because they got COVID.
Got
and
Uncle
red
Rico
shirts
over
and all
there
that.
on the left, don't
Both
we?
of them got their pirates mustaches going.
It's got Uncle Rico, and we've got that looks like a German military officer from World War I. Look at him.
Yeah.
Looks like Klaus Wilhelm, Field Marshal. That's what he looks like. All right, whatever.
I think that is all the college stuff I got. All right, guys, we can come back. We got baseball to talk about, NFL, and more. KTCBroadcasting.com. But I got to run down the hall and hit this button so as fast as I can.
Spring is the perfect time to play golf at the Crowders Mountain Golf Course at the foot of beautiful Crowders Mountain. Playing Route 18 Monday through Friday for $30 and just $27 after 1 p.m. And playing right on weekends and holidays for just $40 and just $35 after 1 p.m. Ladies' Day is Monday. Ladies playing right on Mondays for $20 and seniors playing right Monday through Friday for $27 at the Crowders Mountain Golf Course, 255 Lincoln Academy Road in Kings Mountain. For your tee time, call 704-739-7681.
For the last 2 years, Final Plunge Plumbing has won the prestigious Community Choice Award for Gaston County. Final Plunge Plumbing is a full-service plumbing company, including water and sewer main repairs, water heater replacement, with names like Ream, State Select, Renai, and Navian. And they provide upfront pricing, so there's no surprises when you get your bill. First-time customers receive a 10% discount up to $500. Choose the best. Choose Final Plunge for your next plumbing job. Call 704-860-5589 or find them online at finalplunge.com. Final Plunge Plumbing is looking for experienced plumbers. For more information, call 704-860-5589.
They want to earn your business at Carfair Auto Sales on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia. Buy here, pay here at Carfair Auto Sales. See what $2,000 down will buy, like a 2017 Chrysler 300, or a 2014 Nissan Pathfinder, or a 2016 Chevrolet Impala, or a 2015 Jeep Cherokee. See for yourself at Carfair Auto Sales, 1320 Bessemer City Road in Gastonia. Online at carfairinc.com. Call 704-865-8024 for Carfair Auto Sales in Gastonia.
Once upon a time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Huzzah! Saturdays and Sundays, October 5th through November 24th.
It's time for the Renaissance Festival. Shopping, food,
men in tights.
Oh my.
Enjoy foolish good times at the Carolina Renaissance Festival.
Time travel to a land of legend. Jousting knights, mermaids, fairies, dragons. Oh my.
Join the damsels and brave knights at the Carolina Renaissance Festival.
Eat, drink, be merry at the Renaissance Festival, presented by Pepsi. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
Don't miss the jousting, feasting, and jesting at the Carolina Renaissance Festival. It's a royal blast.
The Carolina Renaissance Festival is sponsored by Sunbelt Rentals. For all your equipment rental needs, equipment service guaranteed. Huzzah!
It's Country Gold with Steve Harmon.
Thursday afternoons at 1 o'clock on Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
Be ready for leaf season with a new blower or mulching mower from Boyd Tire and Appliance in Clover. Check out the line of steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, backpack blowers too, and see their selection of John Deere, Gravely, and Aaron's mowers. And right now get 0% financing for up to 36 months on Gravely mowers. That's Boyd's Tire and Appliance, 110 North Main Street in Clover. Online at BoydTireandAppliance.com and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
All right, welcome back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk. Kevin Hazelon with Terry Reinhart and Tom Cintafonte. We got a couple of things to go through here, and little fun, little baseball, little check. Well, no wonder I didn't hit.
There you go. Now everybody.
I couldn't see the light because this pole was in the way. So, Terry, here's the thing that I tell people all the time, and I'm glad my good friend Rasheed Wallace agrees with me.
Give me the mid-90s Spurs. Most people would think of Tim Duncan, but Tim Duncan wasn't that anchor of that team. Tim Duncan is special. Don't get me wrong. Big Fundamentals is him, but I don't think Big Fundamentals would have been able to do what he did if it wasn't for David Robinson. Not only was David Robinson a phenomenal athlete when it came to basketball, like strong as shit. 100%. I'm fast, I'm athletic. I can knock a 15-footer down with no problem. I can play defense, I can block shots. Dog,
you saying can do it all on both sides of the court.
Phenomenal athlete, dog. I would say when it comes to bigs, real talk, I would say he's probably the most athletic 5 when it came to NBA basketball.
That's
Give
the
me
thing I've just been saying about him as far as him and Akeem. You know, everyone says I like Kareem, he's a scorer, or Wilt's what he is. But those two, him and Akeem, and they battled each other in the playoffs. Those two, no matter who you pick at center, I would feel comfortable with going to battle against.
Yeah,
someone
either
else
one of them
is what I'm saying. Not that I'm not saying we're going to definitely win this game, but you ain't beating me because I got these dudes on this court like right now. So, and I know
and you can just think of David Robinson. I don't care everything that he went through, been through, and everything. You wasn't going to back that guy down.
Yeah, he's pretty strong. Terry, here's more video. This is Draymond saying all kinds of mean things to Jordan Poole on the side of the bench, telling him that he's threatening to fight in there during the game. And Steve Kerr came out this week and said that Draymond, that's the maddest he's ever been at Draymond, is how he acted and behaved, and the whole Jordan Poole situation. He finally come out and said that. So there's another little.
When did this happen?
This week, Kerr was talking about it, but this was during.
I was getting ready to say the incident happened
2021.
Okay, yeah. He's an embarrassment.
Let's see. Here is ESPN.
It's embarrassing.
I'm not going to give you the top 5, but we're going to go. This is Mad Dog on ESPN listing the worst franchises in sports, and. Do you think a North Carolina team makes the list?
Well, it should.
Which
probably
one?
the Hornets.
Which
I wouldn't
one?
think it would.
The Hornets, because at least the Panthers have had some success.
Well, also you got to remember that, and Tom, I agree with you. I thought both of them should make it, actually.
Well,
only one of them
They probably, I mean, but still, I'm just telling you that the Panthers have had some success. They've been to 2
but if
Super
you
Bowls.
go now, though, if he's thinking now, it's got to be Carolina.
I mean, yeah, they fought. Well, they got a dumb owner, kind of like the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, once you got a billionaire
That's about
meddling
the
owner.
dumbest thing I've ever heard.
No, it's not.
All right, so he had the Washington Wizards. This is kind of funny. Listen to this. I'm just gonna let you guys listen to it for a second too. We won't go to number 1, but I'll let you listen to this.
Jaguars. I'm going to say they have 2 home fields, one in London that nobody cares about. I lived in Jacksonville. I started my career in Jacksonville. They care about the Florida State and Florida and Georgia in college football. It's a North Florida city with a South Georgia personality. The stadium's a mess. They never win. They're the smallest market. When's the last time you see Jacksonville? I know they're on Monday night. And we're going to make a big deal because it's again with us, Buffalo. But still, nobody thinks the Jacksonville Jaguars are some big NFL franchise. I mean, I don't know why they expanded it to begin with. And I live there, so I know they're number 5. Number 4, this is a no-brainer to me. I'm going to put the Wizards at number 4 in the NBA. This is a disaster. They never win. They won a title. I understand that. They beat the Sonics when I was a senior in high school. Big deal. Maybe
Bullets, the Sonics
big
don't even
deal.
exist.
The Bradley Beal, they never know what they're doing from a franchise perspective. They wanted to go to Alexandria, Virginia. That didn't work out. They're a play-in team. They changed their name. They were in Baltimore. They once called the Capitol Bullets. This is a disastrous franchise in sports. They are number 4.
All right,
number
get ready.
3, the
Get ready.
This is an easy one as well, Carolina. The owners, now there's a lot of scenarios you go along with this. Ownership's part of it. That owner there, we all know, is a disaster. They fire coaches left and right. Whether you disagree or agree with Bryce Young, they should have taken C.J. Stroud anyway with the number 1 pick.
Yep.
And I'll be fair because I thought they should have taken Young, but I'm not paid to make that decision, and they made the wrong one. Plus, it's a college basketball town. Charlotte cares more about North Carolina basketball than they care about the NFL team, and that is fact.
Tar Heels.
Tar Heels. So
Tar Heels.
they're in a market where the NFL, one of the few places, Jacksonville's another, where it's not the number 1 sport in town. College football in Jacksonville, college basketball in North Carolina. Throw in the owner who's a complete disaster. Now they never win, and this is a terrible team. That's number 3. Number 3, the aforementioned.
But don't you just love a guy with a New York accent acting like he knows? Like he knows.
They
everything.
know everything. They do. They had Marlins number 1. The White Sox hit number 2 as his worst.
That's true. But the
franchises in
Hornets
sports.
are worse historically, but currently, I don't know. They still might be on that list.
Terry, did you know that LeBron is the first NBA star to get outscored over an entire NBA Finals by a bench player? Jason Terry outscored him in that finals. Not only did Dirk
Jason Terry could shoot.
Not only did Dirk smoke the Heat in that series, Jason Terry did as well.
Yeah, I mean, he could shoot.
The Jet. Let's see if I got any more non NFL, and we got some basketball stuff. Here's words from Muggsy Bogues. You want to hear some him talking about LeBron this week?
But we just talking between the lines. Just between the lines, not the impact, just between the lines, just the skill set of a basketball player. There was no other than MJ. And Kobe was the second coming of that. And him being able to, be that 2.0 version of MJ and being able to, have that mindset that MJ had, a killer instinct.
I just want to get some Muggsy on here. How about some LPGA Tour? Y'all ready for this? I'm going to listen to the sentence I'm about to say. LPGA Tour topless celebration. You ready, Tom?
Yeah, watch.
Have you not seen this?
No.
LPGA Tour topless celebration. Here we go. Watch this shot.
86 yards to the hole, 2 balls on the green already.
Oh, smooth looking swing there, Judy.
Oh, hello! And in. Just try to beat that.
Well, hang on a minute. All right, stop right there. That's enough.
Oh, my.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my.
The second shot for Allison.
It wasn't what she thought it was going to be.
Exactly.
No,
but the cat, the caddies, the caddies got.
And then I got to run over and hug him.
The one dude, that's what I want. Some man's sweaty chest up against my sweaty chest.
Oh my goodness!
But I
LPGA topless celebration.
My physique generally is close to that guy's, and I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to take my shirt off in front of 3,000 people sitting there watching. I mean, it's like, Dave, like if you look, you take off your shirt and you look like, Dwayne Johnson or something, but don't be taking off your shirt if you look like that. Seriously, man. It's like, do us all a favor. Like my brother's got a line. Do us a favor. Put your shirt back on. Thank you.
So Tom, you guys try to convince me like college football and this type, any type of football, but I finally found a league that I can pull for, that I can watch. All right. This is my new guy. I'm into this, I think. You ready?
Alberts was named game MVP. 3 receptions, 56 yards, and
that's how you celebrate
These Chicago players know how to drink. This is during the game. She's at midfield right now, chugging a beer and throwing it back in the crowd. Wow.
Terry, I'm in love.
What is that?
The Lingerie Football League, Tommy.
Okay, all right. I just didn't know what it was.
Have you never? Is the Lingerie Football League not in your DraftKings?
They do have a women's football league. I do know that.
I'm sitting there watching it. What do you mean they do? And they celebrate drinking a beer on the field.
She don't drink many beers if she looks like that. I'll say that.
That was probably a Mick Ultra or something.
You don't drink many beers. No. No, you don't look like that and drink beer. Nope.
Tom, I mean, we do cover sports here, Tom. So have you not seen the Lingerie Football Leagues, the Legends Football League?
Okay.
There you go, Tom. There's the
All
Legends.
right. Just hadn't seen it before. Yeah, I could probably get into that. It's nice.
Check out the punt formation.
Right. Nothing suggestive about that.
See, this is way better than college football. Y'all are going to talk to me about Arkansas State and Western Carolina. I'm trying to watch the Legends Football League over here.
It's interesting.
Find that on your FanDuel.
Time to be betting next week.
All right. The last thing, and I can't exactly explain it. I'm going to have to let you kind of figure it out yourself. Clinton Portis explaining how he ended up in Miami this week. He was on a podcast. And Terry, basically the University of Miami, Tom, you'll love this, took his recruiters, took him to an adult strip club. So Portis is
Clinton Portis is different though.
He is.
Yeah.
And his story, I'm just encouraging you to go look it up yourself. Basically, one of the recruiters asked him why he was getting a dance if he was coming to Miami. Miscommunication between the two. Porter says next morning he's on the elevator with his mom and hit the 3rd floor or 4th floor going down. A Miami coach comes out. Clinton, glad you agreed to come play for us. Good to see you. And Clee's like, I didn't say none of that. And so, like, the next he goes down 2 more floors. Another coach gets on and says the same thing, and everybody's congratulating him. And he's like, I went and talked to my man. Everybody's like, you coming? And he's like, I guess. So basically, there was some miscommunication in the strip club, and he said he was coming, Terry, and in Miami, like, took it that, and then he's like, I didn't want to tell him that I'd already said that. I said I didn't even know what I agreed to, but I was like, I had a good time, so I'm going to Miami.
Whatever.
So Quentin Portis got recruited at the strip club in Miami for the Hurricanes. Wonder how Greg Olson got there, Tom. He was on that team, wasn't he?
I'll say this for Greg Olson, though. He does such an excellent job with the color. I don't know how Tom Brady has taken his place. I know he had his issues as a young man, and some of the things he did, he's probably not proud of. But I will say at least he kind of evolved and changed, Kevin. I think he's a much better person now. And Tom, I mean, I know that I'm getting a little bit off topic.
Announcing football doesn't make you a better person.
He's grown up, though, Kevin.
Millions of dollars to make you.
And he's out there coaching his son's little league team. I saw him out there at Charlotte one time. I mean, it's kind of hard to miss him, like all these little kids out there. And there's Greg Olson. Looks like he's 12 feet tall, but
good for him.
I think he's
his brother's a rapist, and he has shown others. And I'm not like Nick Saban. I'm not giving him telling he's a good guy because he's a winning football coach.
Tom comes in here and he'll trash Tiger Woods.
Everybody. But
and then all of a sudden he's taking up for Greg
Woods. Still
Olson.
doing the same thing though, just like he locked.
He's taking up for third leg Greg.
I don't understand you, Tom.
You guys are a little harsh. You're a little harsh.
I don't understand you, Tom.
I think you're.
Didn't his brother rape somebody on the UNC Charlotte campus?
I don't know what it.
But why is that? If your brother does something, how does that convict you? The Constitution.
Okay, Tom.
The Constitution of the United States prevents.
You're right. You're right. But other evidence of Greg Olson's behavior suggests the whole household is garbage. So.
But I didn't say he was never garbage. I said he's come a long way, Kevin. He's not the same person he was. I don't think you're the same person you were in college, Kevin.
And no, not at all.
Okay.
All right, Terry. Greatness is upon us. The greatest day in Major League history just happened. 6 for 6.
Was he 6 for 6?
3 home runs.
I thought he was 5 for 5.
6 for 6.
6 for 6. How about
3
that?
home
I will
runs.
give him credit on that.
10 RBIs.
What a way to set a record.
2 stolen bases.
I will say that.
And he's now the only member of the 51-51.
Okay, good
club.
job.
Yeah, I heard
Proud
that.
of you.
Yeah, that was on Calvin's morning show.
Oh.
They had that on the NCN Sports.
Have y'all?
Here's the entire list of everyone who's had 17 total bases in a game. Happened 6 times before. Sean Green, Joe Adcock, Josh Hamilton, Scooter Gannett. You remember him, Scooter? Gil Hodges, and Mike Schmidt. So 17 total bases in the ball game for Shohei.
But he's average.
He is.
He doubles down.
I mean, think of what the Dodgers have done for him. They've took him off of pitching. He don't have to play defense no more. He's doing what he should be there for. They didn't take him off of
pitch, and he tore his.
Well, I'm just saying, he's doing what he can do. He's the DH. He's going to be the greatest DH of all time. Congratulations, the greatest DH. So you're going to pass Albert Bell. Okay, good job, buddy.
Can I ask a legitimate question here, Kevin? Are they ever going to let him pitch again, or is he?
Yeah, he's pitching.
Okay.
I doubt it.
Yeah, he'll pitch. They'll probably.
Why would you? Why would you put him out there now and have him hurt himself?
No,
he's getting ready to play a whole year.
I agree with you. I never thought they should have ever made him a starter. Like, if you want him to throw, make him your closer. And he hits a whole game, and then we're ready to come in and pitch when he's ready.
Doing what he's there for.
Or whatever.
He's doing what Major League Baseball has made a DH for.
Think about this. He sit there, and a starting pitcher last year tore his elbow or whatever, had Tommy John surgery, and he came to spring training and had the first 50-50 batting history season in Major League history.
A DH. That's what he will be for the rest of his life.
If I said Mariano Rivera did that, will that not be amazing?
Unfortunately, his agent is a worse gambler than I am.
Well, I hit the wrong button there. Where's everything? Squares. There we go. Trying to find some more. All right, that's all I got that on that. So baseball, looking at coming down to the nitty gritty here. It's September 21st, and got Yankees clinched, Guardians clinched.
Guardians clinched the playoffs.
Yeah, they're in.
Milwaukee's in, Philly's in,
It's hard
Dodgers
for me.
in.
It's hard for me to believe. Just 2 weeks ago, Kansas City was tied for first. Just 2 weeks ago, we were tied for first.
Pressure baseball,
Well, it is, and right now we're trying to let everybody catch us.
Cardinals are 8 games out of a playoff spot with 8 to go.
Yeah. Kansas City, we're 3-7 over our last 10.
So looking at the American League wild card standings, Baltimore, Kansas City, and Minnesota. Detroit's 1 game back of Minnesota. Mariners
Let
2
Seattle
games
back in it.
Sorry, we kind of pounded you last night, Kevin.
Huh?
The Guardians over the Redbirds.
We don't have a team. We got a fake coach at a fake organization right now. It's not.
They're not eliminated yet. On the brink.
That's what I'm saying.
They're on the brink of elimination.
You're 500. If he's 500 or above, you're going to keep that coach.
He better not.
That's what's going to happen.
And you say that yet, Terry, because the GM's tied to him, so he's not going to fire himself. Braves are 2 games out, folks. 2 games out of a playoff spot right now.
Had an opportunity last night and got beat 4-3.
They're behind the Mets, actually 2 games behind the Mets.
They got to win 3 because the Mets have the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Braves in a tough spot right now. Padres are 3 up, Diamondbacks, and then the Mets. So real quick, Terry, you guys, it's time for a break, but I'm gonna get down the hall here in just a second. If you guys got anything, on the as far as the playoff,
there's only about 7 games left.
8
games.
8 games left. We got one more, San Francisco, and then I forget who we finished, but we finished with Atlanta.
I think our magic number is 1.
Yeah, we got Washington. That's who it is. We got 2 games with San Fran, 3 with Washington, and 3 with Atlanta.
All right, folks, we'll be back in a minute. KDCBroadcasting.com.
Where's the beef?
Well, it could be in your refrigerator or freezer. If you win the Where's the Beef contest, we'll be giving away $1,000 in beef from Morris Supermarket and Broad River Hams in Shelby. You could win up to $1,000 in beef. Register today at one of our local participating merchants, including at Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain, at Dallas Express Pharmacy on Huffman Street in Dallas, at Holly's Flowers on East Graham Street in Shelby, at Carfair Auto Sales on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia, at Innovative Pools on East King Street in Kings Mountain, at Full Throttle Power Sports on Indian Walk in Lowell, at Arnold's Jewelry on South Lafayette Street in Shelby, at Hillbillies Barbecue and Steaks on South Main Street in Lowell, at the 3500 Grill on Highway 18 north of Shelby, and at Shelby Hardware on South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Register today. The drawing will be held Friday, November 1st.
Where's the beef?
The City of Cherryville is proud to announce the new community gym is under construction and will be opening in November. Located on East Academy Street in Cherryville. Watch for the grand opening. And some new restaurants are coming, and now the Cherry Pit is open, and the 5 Spur Steakhouse will be opening soon. Mayor H.L. Bean, City Council members Jill Pewitt, Janice Hovis, Gary Freeman, and John Abernathy, along with City Manager Brian Dalton, invite you to visit Cherryville. Cherryville, where life blossoms.
The Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 3.9% APR financing and up to $3,500 cash with approved credit for qualified buyers. But that's not all. Suzuki Fest is underway with 2.9% APR financing for 36 months for qualified buyers. And get the hottest ride of the summer with the Yamaha Slingshot with no money down or 5.99% APR financing for qualified buyers or $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com. Get ready to celebrate 100 years of tradition, family fun, and unforgettable memories at the Cleveland County Fair in Shelby, North Carolina, presented by Albemarle. From thrilling rides and exciting games to delicious food and live entertainment, there's something for everyone. Join us from September 26th to October 6th for this historic event at North Carolina's largest county fair. Grab your tickets today at clevelandcountyfair.com, and let's make this a celebration to remember.
Nighttime is the right time at Bristol.
Larson down on the bottom of the racetrack, and it is going to be Denny Hamlin sliding up to the top side.
Trouble in turn number 3. Several cars collected in this incident. Joey Logano, significant damage. J.J. Yaley's car is badly damaged.
Here is Hamlin powering up. He wins for the third time at Bristol Motor Speedway.
It's the Bass Pro Shops Night Race at Bristol Motor Speedway. Saturday night, September 21st at 6:30.
On Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at kdcbroadcasting.com.
Be ready for lease season with a new blower or mulching mower from Boyd Tire and Appliance in Clover. Check out the line of steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, backpack blowers too, and see their selection of John Deere, Gravely, and Aaron's mowers. And right now get 0% financing for up to 36 months on Gravely mowers. That's Boyd's Tire and Appliance, 110 North Main Street in Clover. Online at BoydTireandAppliance.com and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
Hey, and good morning. Welcome back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk, brought to you by McDonald's of Cherryville. I had a good egg and cheese biscuit this morning. Get all the proper
there you go.
audio buttons so we can hear each other. All right, it's NFL time. Let me go through. Let's see if I got some NFL tweets here to get through. Oh, we got some Jameis Winston.
Oh, no.
We got backup quarterback video for the Browns. This time, we're doing Jameis's. I'm just going to let you do it.
Oh, come on.
It's Jameis Does Fast Food, Terry. You ready?
Okay. That'll be interesting.
What we got? McDonald's gotta go with the arches at 2. Should be 1. Chipotle, well, kind of like McDonald's, really. It's like the healthy McDonald's. I'm gonna go with 4. Dunkin' Donuts. Man, I got Dunkin' Donuts coffee over Starbucks, honestly. Go 3. Old school Pizza Hut, like with the buffet Pizza Hut, was one of my favorites, so I'm just gonna go.
This is Jameis ranking his
Chick-fil-A
favorite restaurants, Terry.
Gotta love that chicken. 1.
Number 1.
Subway, eat fresh. I'm gonna just put them down there. Panda Express, it's not really impressive. I'm sorry. Papa John's Pizza. Papa John's. Y'all better than Pizza Hut now.
Yeah, he's just putting such deep thought in.
I mean, does he not have some game film to see?
Is he not like the biggest airhead?
Well, he did go to Florida State.
You've ever met?
Florida State not known for its academics. I mean, you know.
All right, we're gonna watch this today, guys. Y'all want to see? Y'all want to see a murder on an NFL field? All right, watch this blindside block by the Colts lineman against the Packers here.
But you can't take him out. That's why he did that. Like, you can't take him out.
I know, but he flopped.
No, he barely touched him though, didn't he?
Yeah, he flopped.
Oh, Terry thinks he flopped.
Yeah.
Or is that a great block without getting a penalty right here? Is that the best blindside block ever, Tom?
He didn't get a penalty, did he?
No.
Yeah. That's what you have to do. As long as you don't take him out.
Yeah, and he didn't. Hands still the same motion.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. If that was 1975, that dude'd be going to the hospital.
Yeah, he'd have got laid out.
Yeah, to put his head in his sternum.
It would have
Yeah.
been. You'd have been going to the hospital.
Oh Lordy, here
we had a big hit last night on the show, and delivered by the running back. It was really loud on ours. So let's see if I had any more NFLs. I don't think so. Well, here you go, Tommy. This one's for you and you Panthers fans out there. Bryce Young getting benched this week. First 18 career starts. I don't know if you want to look at this as a good thing or bad thing. If you're a Bryce Young fan, you look at it as a good thing, maybe. I don't know, 2-16. Trevor Lawrence, 3-15. I responded to the guy that posted this, Tom. Dude, they're both bust.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Lawrence will have that flicker of being a really good player.
He's a good athlete, at least, and a big, strong guy with a big,
Yeah.
strong arm. And Bryce Young is my size. I'm
Yeah,
just,
I know.
I'm not an NFL size quarterback.
I mean, he's just not.
Let's talk about the Carolina Panthers. And I don't never listen to Mel Kiper, but I did this past week.
Oh,
and,
he's a moron.
Well, he hit it dead on the head. I'm looking at the new coach.
You talking about this, Terry?
Russell Wilson was bigger, right? Taller, but only 5'10
go.
and 3/4. That opened it up for the 5'10 quarterback. But Russell Wilson was 205, 208 coming out, not 180. Okay, Kyler Murray, because of Russell Wilson, became the number one pick overall. Different body type than Bryce Young. So you knew Bryce Young, not only short, but small, diminutive quarterback, needed help, right? Also continuity. You draft a quarterback. Everybody said he's got this great infrastructure in Carolina around him, right? With the head coach, the coordinator, the quarterback coach, everything's there, the senior assistant, everything's in place. And then you see him beat C.J. Stroud on the field as a rookie, right? If you
Joey
take out
got
the 3 games, he threw multiple interceptions. He was
They gonna
5
get him
touchdowns,
again.
6 touchdowns, 3 picks. Okay, had some decent games last year. Okay, but then you go into this year, you change everything
watch
because
this.
C.J.
Here
Stroud's
we
doing
go.
so well in Houston. We got to destroy this thing. We got to blow it up and start over because C.J. Stroud's doing so great in Houston. These coaches aren't getting it done. So we bring in an offensive coach who was with Baker and others, right? Bring in a new pass game coordinator, new quarterback coach for Bryce Young. Then we don't play him in the preseason. We play him one series in the final preseason game against the AOGs. None of those guys are playing for Buffalo, by the way. They went one series down the field and they're rah, great, we got it. We accomplished everything we wanted to. I'll give you a little note. C.J. Stroud played in 2 preseason games this year. Okay, he played 4. Derek Carr played in 2 preseason games. Why? Because Clint Kubiak was coming in with a new offense, and Derek Carr, as a veteran, played in 2 preseason games. Bryce Young played 1 series of a final preseason game against the nobodies on defense for the Buffalo Bills. Does that make sense to you? When in 2 games in, we're saying he can't play? Yes, his confidence was shattered, right? Yes, he does need to sit behind Andy Dalton for a little bit. But to blame this on Bryce Young is ridiculous. This is the blame here goes to the organization.
Now, wait a minute, Mel.
No, I'm with him.
No. Hold on.
I'm with him 100%.
Hold on. Now, let's remember who we're talking about here. If you look at my comment at the very top, I thought Jimmy Clausen retired Mel Kiper. Because he said he would retire if Jimmy Clausen wasn't a star quarterback. He couldn't even get on the field in Carolina. So anything he says about quarterbacks is disqualifying. Now, what he's saying here is right, Terry, as far as he should be playing in the preseason. I think they all should be playing in the preseason. We're all paying money. We're all getting practice. There's only 3 games. They should all be playing in the preseason. You got fans coming to buy. Are the beers half off?
I can understand a game and a half.
What are you talking about?
A game and a half. Maybe not 2, but a game and a half. I think you should be playing.
But they'll run out the backup quarterbacks.
But now my deal.
Or the beers.
Yeah. But now my deal is this.
Crossed their mind yet, has it, Tom?
Yeah. I go along. You've got a new coach that has come in. I question him. Maybe it's your offensive coordinator play calling. Maybe it's you play calling. Maybe it's everything.
Well,
maybe your defense is giving up 40-some points a game, and Bryce Young don't have a chance anyway.
That's going to be true, too.
You know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff wrong with Carolina right now, and then they want to blame this quarterback. It's not on him.
Let's hold on to Kiper for a sec, though, Terry. He's protecting his job right now.
Well, he is.
Because Kiper, he had Young at 1. And that's so
no,
he had Clausen, and then he had Young, and this is the Panthers. This is a personal thing with him, and he's trying to protect his job and his looks because he backed Bryce Young.
Yeah.
And if Bryce Young fails, Mel Kiper's wrong. And Mel Kiper can't be wrong. Even though he said he'd retire. He said, I will retire if Jimmy Clausen isn't getting good. And that was like, what, 15 years ago?
Yeah, that's true.
So he's a liar on top of that.
But now he's telling the truth here.
He's right about the practice thing.
But
he's not right about Bryce Young being any
when
good.
When he
Bryce
brought
Young's
this
awful.
up, I started and I'm like, wait a minute, Coach. Maybe it's your fault. Maybe you don't know what to run. Maybe you don't have his team prepared. Maybe your defense can't stop anybody.
Maybe any quarterback in the country would have won at Alabama with Bryce Young's team.
Well, try. Well, that's true. That's true.
What about that one?
So there's so much wrong down there, but now we want to take the quarterback and blame him and say it's all his fault. Yeah, you can't win, but your defense can't give up 40 a game and expect to win, or 30.
And they've traded away all their
he has nobody to throw to.
Good players, at least.
And then your offensive line cannot stop the soul.
Yeah, where's Burns playing this year? Giants? Their defensive end?
Yeah, he hadn't done too well yet, but that's the Giants. So I don't know what
they got him and Thibodeau though. They should be good on the, but I'm just I know we're talking about the Panthers.
Here's Packers fans saying that the players should get a hefty fine for this. What do you think, Terry?
I know he's got to hold on to him to get him down. He's not down.
What are they even talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
Hefty fine for what?
But yes, holding on to his leg and maybe like right here.
You mean tackling him?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to give up neither. If I'm down there, I'm not letting him go.
Look,
he's not on the ground.
Here's my response to this Packers fan. You're a dork.
Well, that's true.
Like, what are we doing now that every play's that's a vicious hit? Oh gosh, my baby quarterback. Come on, guys. At what point do we?
Kevin,
at what
the whole thing?
At what point do we
Why
be
are you
adult?
stopping it before it ends?
Do what? It's only a 10-second clip.
Yeah, but you're stopping it. We didn't even see it finish.
I'm not doing anything.
Oh, okay.
He's not.
Why wouldn't he let the clip play till it ended?
I'm not doing anything.
Not even over. No, I'm not talking
Right
about
there.
you. Talk about.
They're saying they're twisted his ankle on purpose.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It's just stupid.
Grow a pair. Let's go. Quarterbacks get hurt. Grow a pair. It just happens. We don't want the quarterbacks to get hurt because it's a quarterback league. If you have a sorry quarterback, it's almost unwatchable.
That's it.
It's unwatchable.
That's true.
So, I mean, that's why I don't understand why at least you don't have this. I know there's some kind of rules with quarterbacks, but let them keep 3 quarterbacks because it's just like if you don't have
they can keep 9 quarterbacks if they want, Tom.
Yeah, but
they can keep all the quarterbacks they want.
There was some kind of special rule for a while to where you could dress an extra quarterback, but he was like technically a practice squad player.
Teams don't
want
to waste
to save money or something.
Teams don't want to use extra roster spaces on them, and so they beg to use a third quarterback as an extra space instead of just using the spot for the quarterback. There's no rule. You can have 10 quarterbacks on your roster.
I know.
They're trying to sit people over on the bench and bring them in and not use a roster spot and pay them. I don't know what they're trying to do.
They're trying to keep them like they were trying to do this hybrid to where you could dress them, but pay them as a practice squad player. It was.
I don't see why the Players Association would be happy or on board with that at all either.
Well, I will say the owners have a lot of leverage in the NFL. They really do.
How about week 2 bad picks, guys? Here we go. Now this is.
Oh.
Belle, my daughter's a little mouthy in this one, boys. I'm just going to warn you, Terry. But I know I didn't do well because I was all over that.
We've only been through 2 weeks. Last week, that's why you always tune in here to get the best picks. Chip went 8-7. He was our leader. Congratulations, Chip.
We're not even picking the spread. We're just picking the winners.
So me and Kevin went 7-8. Tom, you went 5-10. So, after 2 weeks, Kevin leads the way at 19-13, where us the other 3 brilliant pickers are 17-15, all tied for second.
How did I go 5-10?
You went 5-10, Tom.
I think my mother did better than me this week.
Matter of fact, let me think. Look,
a coin would have.
Correct. I mean, you're right. You're right.
A coin would have beat us all. It was only one of us.
Wait a minute.
7.
Let's do this. Tom, you missed the Cowboys, the Lions, the Titans, the 49ers, the Giants, the Jaguars, the Ravens, the Rams, the Browns, and the Eagles.
I didn't even take the Browns.
No, you didn't.
That was an ugly game anyway.
All right, here we go. This week's bad picks.
Bad picks.
Cowboys.
Yeah, I like
Bills
Dallas, even
41,
though it's that
Dolphins
point
10.
spread's not. Figured it'd be higher.
Dallas, but they better not look past this week. They better
Yeah.
focus on it.
Saints didn't look bad.
Y'all got 3 Cowboys?
Yes.
Cowboys.
At
Daniel,
home.
David, whoever, Carl on the road.
Saints 44, Cowboys 19. How about those Cowboys?
I
Yeah.
like the Lions at home.
Lions.
So much for Baker regressing, but yeah, this is a big challenge. I think I go with
I ain't going to
Detroit.
idiots on this one. Buccaneers.
Bucks 20, Lions 16. Stop picking the Lions.
You're not just going to come into Lambeau. The Indianapolis Colts get out.
Colts win.
No.
The Colts are going to come into Lambeau and win.
No.
I agree with the other two on the Colts coming into Lambeau and beating who? Tom, who's the backup for Packers?
Yeah. Tell us.
You know what? Willis, isn't it? No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh, it is Malik Willis.
Is it
You're
Malik
right.
Willis?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Colts for the victory, boys.
Packers 16, Colts 10. Bad picks.
Does. Oh, my lords. Titans can't blow another one. They'll win this one.
Yeah, weirdos can't win at quarterback. Give me the Titans.
Jets 24, Titans 17. Bad picks.
Jets, Jets win on the road. They're favored by 3.5. I miscut. Tickets as low as $26.
They looked horrible against the 49ers.
Well, it's the 49ers. They're favored 1.5-point favorites in Minnesota, Tommy. Who you got now?
Yeah, I like the 49ers there. I think, they did well. Didn't even have McCaffrey last week. The backup running back had 130 yards or something.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be just fine whenever McCaffrey. They move on from McCaffrey. Sam Darnold had a career game last week, but that not against the Niners. I picked San Francisco.
49ers across the board for me, Terry.
Vikings 23, 49ers 17. Go!
We'll go Patriots at home. Did you hear the skull?
Starting off 2-0.
Seahawks 23, Patriots 20. Bad picks.
I don't think either one of these teams you could trust. Let's go with the Giants.
This is the worst pick ever. I don't know.
He had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Just write me down Giants. I don't know.
Split the ticket.
This is god awful.
Commanders 21, Giants 18. Hail to the Redskins.
I don't think they win. I think the Jaguars win at home.
Got the Jaguars, too.
Jameis Winston could give the most inspiring pregame speech he's ever given, and the Jaguars will still win.
Not going forward across picking the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to tell you that. No matter who they were playing in this one.
Browns 18, Jaguars 13. Good.
As they should be. Ravens are going to right the ship after losing to Kansas City.
Ravens.
I'll go across the board on this one. Ravens for that one.
Raiders 26, Ravens 23. There are some bad picks.
Rams in a mild upset.
Rams for me.
Cardinals 41, Rams 10.
You're going to miss that one by 31.
Bad picks.
I think the Broncos will win at home.
Steelers 13, Broncos 6.
Eagles favored by 6.5.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Terry?
Eagles, yeah.
I got the Eagles as well. How about
Falcons 22, Eagles 21. Those were some dirty picks.
I think Jacoby's doing better than people say. I think he beats old man Rodgers.
Terry?
No, the Jets win.
Jets 24, Patriots 3.
Those are some Tom, he's on that quite a bit.
I'm gonna give you some advice, Tom. Pick the Jets this week.
I'm just glad that Calvin doesn't do performance based. Be out of a job.
So what are you doing, folks? The picks we give, do the opposite.
Just pick the opposite.
And you'd win a bunch of money betting the opposite of Tom last week.
And Tom, I did some
11-5, Tom. You'd be so happy if you went 11-5.
Oh God, I'd be sitting on top of the league.
Tom, I did some scenario
deleting my ESPN
stuff.
Bet app right now. I'm deleting that app. Deleted, son. Don't go back.
I did some scenario stuff last week and come up with some stuff that you might want to know, Tom.
I'm listening.
All right. We go back 28 years on Pittsburgh, New England, Dallas, And we could only go back 25 on Cleveland since y'all become a franchise again. But 25 years ago, y'all have 138 wins. Y'all only have 4 years of 500 or better. 21 losing seasons out of 25. You got it?
Yeah.
You got that figured out?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So we went to Pittsburgh.
Well, the Panthers only got 7 winning seasons since in 28 years.
They got more than 4. So when I went back on Pittsburgh, they have 25 winning seasons out of the last 28. New England, they have 24. Pittsburgh's better than them. 24 winning seasons out of the last 28. And then we always talk about Dallas. Dallas has 20 winning seasons out of the last 28. And all we ever hear is how bad Dallas is. 20 out of 28 years, Dallas has been 500 or better.
Is that the goal?
Well, no, that's not your goal.
Right.
But we come in here every
what
week
we
talking
talking
about
about.
how bad Dallas has been. Well, yeah, they haven't been to a Super Bowl in a while. Cleveland's never been to one. I mean, so when we talk about how bad is your team, that's the reason when we talk about Dallas people, I think they're going to win Super Bowl. That's on account of we're one of the elites. We do think we can get there. We do think we can win one. And we have done that before, and we're looking for that to change. I mean, 20 out of 28 seasons with 500 or better record is not bad compared to the elite who has 24 and 25. And New England's second in that list with 24. Pittsburgh ranks above everybody with 25 out of 28 seasons.
Tom, will you go down the hall and get some air freshener starting to stink?
Yeah,
So-
it is starting to stink.
It's just getting all kinds of
here, yes.
ridiculousness. Are you done over there?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay.
Thank you.
All that figuring he just did.
Well,
Thank
just
you
making
for that.
sure.
Thank you for that word salad.
So when we walk in here every week and we talk about winning seasons, ours is 20. y'all's
Nobody's
is
talking
4.
about winning seasons. You
Y'all's
talk
is
about that all you
4.
want, Terry. It's the fact that when I say, when y'all play the Jets today, you're like, we're winning the Super Bowl. It's
No,
all
I
that.
mean, it's just stupid. It is stupid.
It ain't got nothing to do with winning seasons.
Oh, and another thing, too, when we were talking, and I will say this, and this is a joke against Dallas, but this guy puts in this thing. It's got same old Panthers. It's an article.
Yeah.
And it says in here, surely he did not believe his team would fall by a 47-10 count to the mediocre New Orleans Saints. Well, I'm going to tell you something, buddy. That mediocre New Orleans Saints is pretty
They're
good.
going to be pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Well, I'm just saying, Panthers fans, you should have known you were in trouble when your team traded up to number 1 and they said they didn't know who they were going to pick.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
That's the most ridiculous
Yeah.
thing I've ever heard, maybe
But
in the
every-
history of the draft. Like,
But every
we
one
don't
of
know
us
who we're
in
picking.
here said C.J. Stroud. Every one of us.
And then my next point was, if you're choosing between 3 or 4 quarterbacks and you pick, no matter how you even end up with the smallest guy, that's terrible. Like if he has to be between him and somebody else, you got to go with the bigger guy and not at number 1.
My deal is I look back and I say, because C.J. Stroud made Carolina better. He could have in wins.
Well, he's good as Andy Dalton, isn't he? They just put Andy Dalton in.
I would say he would have had
yeah.
7, something like that, instead of what he's done at Houston,
Well,
But
and Bryce Young's 2-16.
So.
All right, Giants at Brownies. Brownies favored by 6.5. Can the Browns steal another win without Nick Chubb?
My brother's at that game tomorrow, so Danny will bring him good luck. Cleveland wins at home, but it's closer than I would take the points. I don't trust Deshaun Watson as far as I could throw him.
And I'm taking the Browns also at home.
I mean, honestly, Tom,
You
besides
can't lose to the Giants.
Well, yeah, they're going to win. They should win by like 20 in this one.
I don't trust them.
If they had Chubb, I think
I
it'd be
just
blood.
don't. I mean, the running game,
But
the
like-
running game's not there, Kevin. They're
I know,
not
because
run-
Nick Chubb's standing on the sideline. Who's their backup?
Well, they got Devontae Foreman, I think, is running the
You know
ball.
who that is,
Jerome
Terry?
Ford's running the ball. Pierre Strong, but I just,
It's not Nick.
dude, it's just
Right.
like,
What I was going to say
Ugh.
is, as goofy as Jameis is, at this point, after watching Watson, you can't convince me that Watson's like a touchdown or 2 better than Jameis.
I just
Right?
don't think.
Jameis going to throw. He might throw some picks, but he's going to put up 20, 30 points.
I don't trust him. I don't trust his mental soundness right now. I mean, they're saying, like, well, he looks so much better. He didn't exactly have a monster game, though.
No, is he listening to the crowd too much?
I don't know what he's doing.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
I mean, sometimes you start more, like you said, your mental part of your play.
You write.
It's
you
not
write,
real.
Listen, you write a check that big, you should be able to go any week. Hey, man, it's on your shoulders.
Well, it
you
should
write
be.
a check that big, and now it's like, oh gosh, I hope he has a mediocre performance. You know, it's like, why'd you pay this guy if you want mediocre quarterback play?
I agree.
And when he plays, I mean, when's he going to get hurt? I mean, this year, if he stubs his toe, I think it'd be okay. I actually agree with Kevin. I think we'd be better off at this point with Jameis. But everybody loves the backup quarterback, right? Everybody loves the backup quarterback, so I get all that.
I'm just saying,
But
if he goes out, I don't think they lose anything.
I don't think they do
right
either.
Now.
I really don't.
I don't know if you replace it because you paid
it's
him.
kind of funny how all the contract voiding stuff went away because Cleveland wins. Let's not forget what came out. All right, like everybody act like that didn't happen. Oh, he had a good game, so none of that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second here. He's not out of the woods yet.
All right, we got Packers at Titans. Titans favored by 3 at home over the Packers. Terry?
This right here is funny. Titans should be 2-0, but they're not. They're 0-2. Can they win at home when Green Bay's coming in? Green Bay has better players, or I think they do. And you're still going to have a different quarterback. I don't know whether he can win on the road, but you know what? I'm going to take Green Bay just on account of the talent that they have.
I like Green Bay. Look at these over-unders in the Pro Bowl. Nobody can score anymore. It's weird. It's just really weird. I'm going to go with the Packers. One of the lowest over-unders in the history of footballs this week. I think it's the Pittsburgh game. I can't remember which one it was.
I got Tennessee Titans at home. Get off the snide. A lot of teams don't go. Good football teams don't go 0-3.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They should be 2-0 though.
Bears. I'm not saying they're good, but I don't think they're that bad. But Bears.
Oh Lord.
Colts only favored by 1 at home against Caleb Williams. Explain this to me. If you want to see some bad quarterback play, you can go up to this game, pay $154 for it. Tommy, who you got in this one?
I'll give you the Bears on the road. I just don't like the Colts. Don't trust them. Picked against them. It's been working for me. I'm picking against them again. Put Joe Flacco in.
Stick somebody in. I can't pick the Bears on the road. I don't think they've proven themselves. So I'm taking the Colts. I'm taking the Colts at home.
I think the one game they won didn't have 2 defensive touchdowns. Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, they didn't score. They didn't score a point.
Yeah.
On offense in the game they won. So I'm going Colts at home to get off the snide as well and not go 0-3. Texans at Vikings, 2-0 teams.
Ooh.
Sam Darnold and C.J. Stroud. Houston's favored by 2 on the road. Terry?
This, you keep thinking C.J. Stroud's going to have a sophomore backup where he can't finish anything, but it's not happening yet. But I think this might be their first loss. I'm taking the Vikings.
Tommy?
Vikings playing pretty well at home, but you got C.J. there. This is a tough one.
It is.
Give me the Texans.
Texans for me. I'm not a big fan of picking Darnold against better quarterbacks that I think is. He's good. He's game manager, but I don't know. Let's go Eagles at Saints. Saints 2-0, favored by 2.5 at home over the Eagles. Tommy?
Are they playing above their skis, Terry?
I don't know.
I mean, it's like, are they really this good? Because they put up a ton of points.
They destroyed
They
Dallas.
put up a ton of points. And
that home's going to be rocking. They get 2 touchdowns earlier or something on Philadelphia.
If they got Philadelphia coming off a game they should have won. They lost to, I don't know, bounce back game for the Eagles. They go in there and find a way to win.
Well, I love the coach at the Eagles. He did us a great job in Dallas last week by blowing a game that he should have won. So you know what? I'm gonna say the Saints beat them and drop them Eagles to 1-2.
Favorite.
And they're gonna start talking about getting rid of the coach up there.
2-0 Jim Harbaugh's Chargers come into.
Which one do you want them?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm taking the Saints. Who dat? Saying they're gonna beat them Saints? Not them Eagles. Chargers in Pittsburgh. Jim Harbaugh and the gang come to see Mike Tomlin and Justin Fields. So Tom's got Justin Fields against Jim Harbaugh. Who do you think he's going to pick, Terry?
And
he's got to pick the Steelers to do it. So he's torn on this one.
Pass.
Ohio State quarterback.
Let me go ahead and pick for
Jim
you, Tom.
Harbaugh, Steelers.
I'll make your pick, okay? So you just be quiet.
That might be the lowest What, look at that, 34.5.
Yeah, just follow me, Tom. Steelers defense is way better than what them Chargers going to be able to stick up our. Harbaugh thinks he's a lead already in the NFL since he's come back. Don't get me, he had a winning record when he left.
He went to the Super Bowl, Terry.
I know, but who cares where he went? Tomlin's been there too. Okay.
Are you done?
You know what I'm saying?
Just pick the
so
game.
Take the Steelers and be a winner.
I think Jim Harbaugh probably spied and cheated. He'll win this game.
There you go with a loss. Appreciate you doing that.
I'll take the Steelers at home as well. Tom's right. 34.5 is the over-under on that one.
That was on NCN News, man. There's like the lowest point total or something. Like, I can't remember what it was.
Denver Broncos head into Tampa. Bucks favored by 6. Either one of you going to take a flyer on the Broncos in this one?
No way. They terrible.
Tom?
I took them to be in the freaking playoffs.
Can
I change it?
No.
Baker's found his home. Glad to see him playing well. I think the Bucks they'll win this game at home.
I got Buccaneers too. The Tampa Bay. Tampa and New Orleans is going to be a good matchup there in the South. Panthers. 6-point dogs in Vegas.
That's it.
With Andy Dalton. Tommy?
I don't know. I think Andy Dalton will give them a spark, and everybody thinks the Raiders they beat Baltimore on the road. I think the Raiders went out to the strip club this week and got all hung over. I think Panthers go in there and beat them.
Tom, are you out of your mind?
They're going to beat them. Carolina Panthers, mark it down, go into Vegas. They hit the slot machines, and then they hit the Raiders, and they beat them.
Do you know they giving up 35 points a game, 40?
I'm telling you, man, this is the NFL. What do you think? There's no way. Everybody thought,
so
no
you
way the
think
Raiders
this
are going to
coach all of a sudden is going to become a genius on account of he made a trade?
The Red Rocket goes to Vegas. Bet on the Red Rocket.
No, take the Raiders. Take the Raiders.
All right.
Tom's lost. He's had too many
I'm
drinks.
not taking the Panthers for any reason.
Oh my goodness!
I'm taking the Raiders.
You know why it's $124? Because it's going to be a shocker.
It's Vegas.
It's going to be a shocker.
You betting on that one, Tom? There you.
I'm getting my betting app right now.
It's on his parlay.
Parlay.
Dolphins and Seahawks. No more Tua. I said this a few weeks ago that or a few years ago, the first time he got hit. When you go down like that, you should retire and get out of it.
Is he?
He's on the injured reserve.
Yeah,
for
he
4
needs
weeks.
he needs to call Luke Kuechly.
He needs to quit. All right,
Yeah.
he's made enough money and he can quit. Seattle's favored by 4.5 at home over the Dolphins without no Tua. Tommy,
Who's quarterback for the Dolphins?
your guess is as good as mine.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question there.
I can't remember. Seemed like they had a significant backup. I can't remember who it was. But I like the Seahawks at home. They play well at home. That's a tough place to play.
I'm taking the 12th man, as they say at Texas A&M, but Seattle has their own, so I'm taking the Seahawks.
Let's see. I'll look it up real quick. See this depth chart. We got to get going here. Next game, Ravens.
You
and
take Seahawks?
Oh yeah. Seahawks for me. Ravens 0-2. Cowboys 1-1. Tommy.
Oh gosh, Ravens a road favorite. Now I think the Cowboys bounce back and put the Ravens at 0-3.
And I also got the same thing because I think Dallas will make amends for what happened and they win this one.
Miami will be starting Kansas State legend Skylar Thompson.
Oh God, yeah! Please give me the Seahawks.
That's what you did.
Y'all both pick Cowboys and Ravens?
Yeah. He's going Ravens.
I'm going Ravens because I don't think the NFL in Baltimore would allow them to go 0-3. So we're going to have 2 1-2 teams here, and everybody's going to be mad at each other. 49ers at Rams. I got 49ers.
49ers.
Yep.
Lions at Cardinals. Now, I know Tom's really torn on this one. This is some of his favorite teams.
Intriguing.
This is 2 favorite NFC teams.
Detroit, a favorite on the road. I think I like the Cardinals at home.
You ain't going to believe this, Tom, but I'm going to go with you. I'm going with the Cardinals.
Cardinals at home.
I was going to pick the Cardinals, but not now. Detroit Lions for the win. Chiefs at Falcons Sunday Night Football.
Forget that. Chiefs.
I tell you what, the Chiefs made it interesting last week, though, didn't they? They got a little help from the guys in the stripes, as always, but Chiefs win that one.
I got Chiefs as well. Jaguars, Monday Night Football in Buffalo. 2-0 Bills against the 0-2 Jaguars. Tommy?
Buffalo.
I got the Buffalo Bills as well. Other Monday night game, Commanders and Bengals. 1-1 Commanders at 0-2 Bengals, and Cincinnati's favored by 7 at home. Terry?
I'm taking the Bengals to get their first victory.
Yeah, I think the Bengals, man. What an effort last week. And like I said, the guys in stripes are obviously not from the Midwest.
You taking
at least
the
the
Commanders?
Ohio part. So let's go with the Bengals.
Put me down for Cincinnati as well, Terry.
All
No,
right.
don't ask me about. I'll tell you what. Don't ask me about the Panthers, Commanders, Giants, or Bears.
Ooh.
And that's 4 NFC teams. Somebody's got to win one of those games at some point because Commanders and Giants played each other last week.
Yeah.
Any other news and notes, guys, before we get out of here?
That's a Thursday game?
Yep.
Commanders?
Oh, you want? No, that's tonight. There's 2 Monday night games. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Saturday morning Sports Talk Shock Joxx, 8 a.m. to 10:15 a.m., KTCBroadcasting.com.